All right, I got it. The chat is on now. You guys can message. Let me just get this set up. I apologize. All right, get this right. I don't know why. Can you guys tell me if you can still see the video when I turn this? You might have to turn your phone. Oh, no, you know what? I think I can zoom in. I'm gonna get a new computer. Don't worry. This little dinosaur thing is annoying. I can't live stream on it. So let me just set this up. Get it right. Come on. There we go. We almost got it. Hmm. I feel like I can do this. All right, you guys are gonna have to just flip your phones, guys. No, not that way. I guess I can't do that. My bad, my bad. Don't get dizzy on me. Don't get dizzy on me. Oh, we have 14 people here. Wow, that was quick. All right, guys. 1 second. Hold on 1 second. That was crazy. 14 people. All right, bet. Hold on. Let me just get this right. So for those of you that just joined, I got a Dinosaur 2013 MacBook right now. And I didn't think about that when I decided I was going to go live. And the last time I went live on it, it crashed. Like, crashed. It was horrible. So for right now, this is how we're going to do it. So once I get this set up right, we'll be good to go. All right. Then I think, okay. All right. Does anybody have a hard time seeing that? If you have a hard time seeing that, just put a 1 in the chat. I am gonna get me a new computer. But for right now, this is a free trading course, so I'm not trying to spend anything on it at the moment. But this will do. Alright, I can see nobody. Alright. And let me just back it up a little bit so you guys can see all the other stuff that you need to see. There we go. There we go. There we go. Got it. All right. All right, guys. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, family, to When Reality Hits Trading. And this is just a free Discord that I decided to make because everybody was watching me trade and they were asking me to teach them. And I told them I would charge them 300 and they didn't reply. So then I said, you know what? I'm just going to do it for free. Absolutely free. I'm going to give you all the knowledge that I know. I'm going to teach you what I was taught. And whatever you do with that information is totally up to you. Whether you win or lose, guess what? It was free for you to learn. And I feel like most people just never tried to learn because every time that they asked someone or they seen other people doing it, you always had to join a course, right? And I did that. I paid $375 for 6 months. IM Academy, okay? And it was probably the best thing that I could ever have done. If you really apply yourself and you actually are trying to learn, IM Academy is good. I wouldn't say get in there and start recruiting like most people do, right? Like if you haven't made any money in the market, you shouldn't be, personally, I don't think you should be recruiting anybody because, you know, people are gonna want to see what you're doing and not what your mentor is doing, right? Because they came to follow you, you recruited them, and I just feel like, not to say that that system is broken, I just feel like a lot of the new people that come in just recruit, right? And then their friends come, but if you're not making money, you can't really teach your friend how to make money, right? And your friend might not be as dedicated as you are, right? You're getting on all the live streams that IM Academy had, you're doing all the practices and all that. But that's why I decided I'm just gonna do this for free. So the people that decide they wanna learn, they can learn, all right? So we're gonna go over to the Discord since we have a lot of people in here. or we did at one point, but I'm just gonna teach you guys how to navigate through the Discord again, okay? If you were on the last live, I apologize, but we're gonna zoom through it, okay? All right, so when you get on the Discord, I set it up very, very simple for you guys. Where are you gonna start, right? Well, you're gonna start here, right? Right where it says start here. And then you just work your way down, okay? And I would start there, trust me. If you already know some things, I guess you can bounce around. I wouldn't suggest it, all right? So this is pretty simple. So each one of these has a drop down. It should already be dropped down. If it's not dropped down, you're gonna click this arrow right here, okay? You'll click it, it'll drop it down if it's not already dropped down, right? So we got the welcome, right? And guys, take your time, read this, right? These are things that y'all gonna wanna know, okay? Bong, right? Tells you the recommended order, and I've already have it all right here for you in that order, all right? You got the how to use tab. And just like this says, if you're brand new to trading, don't jump straight to the trading plans, right? Learn the basics, guys. What I'm also gonna do, and I haven't done that yet, and this is not a complete Discord, right? I put everything that you need right now for you to study. But I'm going to put in each one of these right here, I'm gonna put videos in there, right? Because I know we have a lot of visual learners, okay? So if you're a visual learner, like me, like I was, what I did was everything that I bought in the program, they had videos that were probably about 15 minutes, maybe 30 minutes long, right? That went over each step or each, whatever you were doing. Like if you were learning about liquidity, or if you were learning about HFX, or if you were learning about one of the strategies, or how to use an indicator, or how to set up an indicator. Guys, you have the basics here, and then you can go to YouTube, right? So what I did, if I didn't understand that 5, 10 minute or 15 minute video that I paid for, I went to YouTube and I found an hour video. I found a 2-hour video, a 30-minute video, and until I understood it, I didn't move on to the next step. I didn't move on to the next thing, right? And the best thing about what I did for you guys is I put it in order for you, right? And there's gonna be more to come, but I'll put links and videos in these sections too, so that you don't have to go look yourself, or that you at least you have one to go off of, and then you can go from there, okay? Make sure you read your disclaimer, okay? If you're new, read the disclaimer, okay? This is for educational and informational purposes only. I am not giving you financial advice, okay? And if you blow your account, it is not my fault. Study. That's all you gotta do. Study, okay? And if you study, you will be successful. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little tired, but I'm going to do this. So this is the live stream tab. Anytime that I have a live stream or any links for like referrals, so I have my pocket option referral link here. If you set up your account using this, you will get a bonus, as will I. I'm also going to put the other trading platforms that I use. Pocket options is for HFX only, all right? And I'm gonna explain what HFX is, and I'm gonna explain what traditional Forex is in a second. But yeah, pocket options is for HFX, that's high frequency Forex, right? So it's money in minutes, money in seconds. So you're just placing a trade, forecasting, is price gonna be up or down, okay? In the next, whatever time frame you put, and you'll see us do that, and that is this platform right here. All right, this is pocket options. All right, you get to set the time, and you set the amount that you would like to risk. Okay. All right, we'll go back to the Discord real quick. All right, boom. Live streams will always be in here. Okay, guys. Boom. All right, you start here. You got your Forex education, Forex basics, right? I made it very simple for you. All right, go read that. And like I said, if you don't understand something, look for a video, but I will be putting a video. So at the end of this, there'll be a video right here that'll kind of explain all this for you visual learners. Okay. These two next ones I'm going over is going to be big. All right. Super huge. All right. This is one of the main things that you need to learn first. All right. Candlestick patterns. And I was nice enough to add the PDF file. Okay. And if you click on this right here, allow, boom, there you go. You have your candlestick patterns, which is also AKA Candlestick Bible Training, right? And we'll get to the Candlestick Bible, but here you go, right? And I didn't create this part right here. This is what I bought, right? I saved all my info, which is why I was able to create this Discord and give you all the info that I have, okay? All the knowledge, right? So, yeah. You'll read what each candle means, what each candle looked like, right? There's different types of candles, all right? Bearish engulfing, doji candles, right? And as you can see, occurs in an uptrend or a downtrend, trend reversal, right? Gravestone doji, so on and so forth. Okay, guys? So just get in there, take your time. It's a couple pages in here. Actually, more than a couple, it's a lot. All right? And this is going to help you be very successful. Once you know how to read a candlestick and their patterns, you will become very successful. All right, so now we're going to go back here to the Discord. All right? And then it's got a little breakdown here too, right? But read that. And you have the PDF file. You can download it to your phone, download it to your computers, read it while you're at work, at school, whatever you got to do. Now, next we have the Candlestick Bible over here. Same thing, broke it down easy for you here. I even included pages to read first, right? Like if you're somebody who doesn't want to start from page 1, which I understand, you can start here. These are very important pages, the most important pages, right? And I put that there for you. So you can start by going there, or you can just read from the beginning. However you'd like. Just these are going to be the focus, okay? But you do want to go through the whole thing. It gives you the origin of the Candlestick Bible, who made it, all that, which is good to know, right? Okay, then you have market structure, right? And these are all the things that I'm hoping you guys are going to come in here, read, teach yourself, learn, and you know, when we're live and things like that, you can ask questions. When I do go live, I will be doing different breakdowns, right? So like one day we'll go over market structure, right? The next day we'll go over liquidity, or we could do it in the same day. I'm not going to start doing the breakdowns of each of these yet. Right now we're just going to be trading together, getting your chart set. I'll teach you how to set up your accounts, teach you how to do your demo accounts. In the next couple of days I'm going to be getting me a new computer, whole new setup. Might be like 3 screens, I don't know yet. But yeah, then we'll start doing those type of lives, and they'll be more frequent, okay? So this is my second live this week. I plan to do about 3, hopefully 4, and then we'll get to Monday through Friday. All right, liquidity, right? You're gonna wanna learn about that. I also added the liquidity heat map, right? I added the link for it here, all right? And it tells you what liquidity is, right? Why it matters, right? And this is where you'll go to look at the real-time liquidity in the market, right? And you can look at the liquidity for Bitcoin, Ethereum, all different types, right? You're gonna use this heat map right here. This is a good one. There are other heat maps, so you can definitely find other heat maps. This is just a starting point for you guys, all right? You get trading psychology, okay? This is a big one, guys. Trading is not about emotion, all right? If you trade with emotion, you will lose, okay? I had to stop trading for about 2 years because I got my ego got the best of me. I started gambling and not using the knowledge, okay? And my whole psychology got messed up, all right? So no fear, no greed, and this is where I was. I was here, and I was here, revenge trading. The greed got me to revenge trade because I was greedy. All right, I over leveraged. I did insane amount of trade amounts, right? And insane, like I would do $800 trades without researching first and just gambling, like hoping that it would go up, even though I had the knowledge, right? It's just at one point I got so greedy I just stopped using the knowledge, right? And for pocket options, that's where you're gonna really want to make sure that you do not get any of these, right? Because it's easy to gamble on pocket options. Traditional forex, right? A little harder to gamble, and when you're gonna lose your money a lot faster. Okay, you try to gamble on this thing right here, nah, you're gonna be very upset with yourself. So yeah, and we're still waiting for this to happen, right? Perfect. I'll go over that if you guys been watching my stories. You know a little bit about what this is. It's a trade setup. Trade setups, right? This is going to teach you how to analyze a trade, okay? Right? What do you need to do before you get into a trade? Well, you need to do this. Exactly what I did this morning before I left for work. I sat in this chair for an hour. I marked my charts up. I typed in all these things. I gave myself rules, right? You want to give yourself rules. You will learn the rules, right? In your head, you're probably like, well, Ty, how do I know the rules? Well, if you go through the Discord and you learn and you study, you're going to learn the rules, right? And you want multiple areas of confluence is what they would say when you're about to jump into a trade. And you want to be confident. So you need 1, 2, 3, 4 at least, right? Minimum 3 reasons for you to jump into the trade, right? So to explain that, right? Here's one. If price holds 62,400, possible bounce, right? At that time, we were here this morning, going down, right? 10 o'clock this morning. See, August, if you look here at the bottom, August 26th, August 14th at 10 a.m. This is where I did all my analysis, okay? I seen it coming down to my support line here, right? You see I have it marked 1 hour immediate decision level. Then I got the 1 hour support here, potential long, right? So on and so forth. Got the 4 hour support, and we're gonna go over all that, right? So you got to do your analysis, right, on the trade that you're gonna jump into. Don't just jump into the trade because it looks good or because you see the trend, right? Because if you're somebody like that and you see this trend going down, you're like, oh yeah, it's going down. Bitcoin's been going down. It's been going down for weeks, for days. Like, okay, cool, but what goes up must come down, right? So you got down, right, up, right? And you can make money on this little up, just like you can make money on this huge down, right? And that's what I like to do. I personally, I scalp on Forex. I'm not really one to sit into a trade for days. I like to scalp. I like to be in and out, get my money in and out, right? So that's why I do bigger lot sizes, and we'll go over that as well. Lot sizes and things like that. But you can also see that in the Discord for yourself. All right, boom. So that's what trade analysis is, right? Set up all this, and then you wait, right? And we've been waiting, and look, from here, it came. We actually got here, right? So if I just move this over a little bit, see? So what happened? We got there, right? But price, I'll make this bigger. It didn't do my rule, right? We wanted price to break above 6,300. Now this box here is what I put here, right? 6,300 would be the top line. 63,300 would be the top line, and then 63,000 is the bottom line. And then I just did the box so I know, like that's the zone. Like, okay, get ready. If you're watching, you're in the zone, right? You can also set alerts, guys, right? You don't have to sit here and stare at the screen. I wasn't staring at the screen all day at work, right? I got alerts set for when it gets into my zone, and I got alerts set when it gets out of my zone, and I have alerts set for when it gets to the entry zone, right? Or when it breaks it, right? I also had a short setup breakdown, right? Just in case price decided to continue going down, right? I have my short entry zone here. and getting ready for it to go down here, which I didn't mark these as take profits, but your supports and your resistance are generally your take profits, right? So as you can see, TP1, that's resistance 1. Why? Because when price gets to resistance, it's going to react. It's either going to break or it's going to reject, right? If it breaks and stays above, candle closes above, what would it do? Well, now this resistance becomes support, right? And now it's going to travel to the next resistance, or if you're in a trade, also known as TP number 2, because you already hit TP number 1, right? Take profit 1, take profit 2. And in traditional Forex, guys, like you can take partial profits, right? So you still want to, let's say you're into a long here and you don't want to take your full profit. You're like, oh man, I think that it might go here and here. Well, take some profit, right? Because it could reverse. You never want to be the guy that's like, oh, no, I'm going to wait till TP number 3 right here. Major resistance. Like, all right, I just know it. I just feel it. And then you see this. Bong, gets up here. Okay? Gets up here. And then maybe you didn't have an alert set, or maybe you weren't paying attention, right, at the screen. And you've already hit 2 profits that you could have took from, right? And then, meow. You're going to be a sad puppy. That's happened to me so many times because I was greedy, right? Why are you being greedy when you've already made money? You've already made some money. Take it. Take some of your money. And then you can still leave the trade running, okay? And then if it were to bounce down, then guess what? Hey, you can set it. You can jump into a short while you're in the same long that's still going up, right? If it rejects from here, right, I'm going to hop in a short. I'm going to put a stop loss above, right? I'm going to hop in a short while I'm still in the long, just in case the short says, nope, comes back down to the previous resistance, which is now support, right? And comes back up and says, hey, no, we are going to TP2. Bang. Okay, fine. If I hit my stop loss, I don't care. I'm still in the long, right? And that's why it's important to take profits, okay? So you generally will have take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3, okay? Yeah, don't be greedy. So yeah, so this is my trade analysis, right? For the trade that I want to set up. And guys, you can do this on more than, and this is Bitcoin, all right? You can do this on more than just one chart, right? You can sit there and mark up 5 charts for the day and say, hey, when my rules hit and my entries are ready, these are the 5 trades I'm taking for the day, right? Or if it hits that day or if it doesn't, right? It totally depends on what you are trading. Certain things move faster than others. Obviously, Bitcoin moves very fast. So that's why I like to trade Bitcoin. And you can trade Bitcoin 24/7. You can trade cryptocurrency 24/7, all right? The foreign exchange market is open 24/7, but only 24/7 because of crypto, okay? Everything else, like your currency pairs and your stocks, which is only for HFX, right? You got stocks on HFX and stuff like that. Those things are not open, okay? They're not open on the weekends. They're not open on holidays. They close around certain times, right? But they are open 25/7 during the week, right? And there's different sessions. I personally like the Tokyo session, Asia session, which would be right now if it was open. But we are going to trade on that on a closed session, right? So on Pocket Options, you can trade 24/7, right? So you get your currencies here. But if you notice, all these currencies, they say OTC. What that means is over the counter. It means the market is closed. And generally, they tell you not to trade in a closed market on HFX. But I love it. I love it. You can do it if you know how to read the market, right? Because all it does, it just predicts where price would be going if the market was closed. Now you're probably like, well, so it's just a computer, right? Yeah, but you know what they do is you have to remember, price only goes where it's been, right? So the market is just repeats, right? That's why it's what goes up must come down, and it's just previously hitting a point that it was in the past, whether it be a week ago, 2 weeks ago, a month ago, a year ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. It just price just goes bang, 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 right? Unless you're like gold, which keeps hitting new all-time highs. Stay away from gold. Do not trade. If you trade gold, you're a lunatic. Okay? Let me tell you why. like not, I wouldn't say stay away from it, but like just don't go on there immediately. Like, so we're gonna go to commodities, right? Gold, and it just moves. This thing moves, okay? It moves, and look how tight this is, right? Look how tight this is. Like, you think you're gonna do the strategy I'm gonna show you, and be very successful? No, it's hard. Gold is so hard, and a lot of people will tell you trying to trade gold is so hard. Like, look how just congested. Like, you really want to see this, right? You want to be able to get in a trade. Like, you see that? You gotta be a sniper. You know what I mean? A sniper for gold. All right, moving on. So yeah, how we analyze the trade, right? Here's your steps, your invalidations, targets, all that, yada yada. Bomb. Then you'll get down to your trading plans, and you got your HFX rules, your risk management, right? And I lined it up all for you guys, right? These are the basics, right? What everybody goes by, right? You're risking 1 to 3% a trade, right? And all this. You can do what you want, but stick to, like, you gotta have rules. Have some rules so you don't lose money. Yeah, and then so on and so forth, guys. I don't want to go too much into this because I know there are people here who would like to either get on the demo account and see some trading and things like that. But I also added, so you got that news check, right? And I added a link for you. You can go to Forex Factory and always look at the news before you start trading. That's part of your analysis, right? You always want to just do your research, do your due diligence. If you're going to do traditional Forex, which is what I was showing you over here, this right here, and there's different platforms you can use. Right now I'm using Blowfin. I like Blowfin, and I also use TradeLocker, and I'll show you guys how to do all that. But I use Blowfin because this is where you're going to get to trade all your meme coins. Your meme coins and all the AI coins and all that stuff. You can't really do that on certain platforms. Blowfin is a very good platform to do that on. And guys, do not, I'm going to put links, referral links, so you guys can get bonuses. I'll get bonuses as well. While we're trading together, we receive bonuses. So I'll give you guys the link for that, for those things. This way we can earn more, okay? But yeah, so this is Blowfin, and like I said, this is where you can do the meme coins and all that. So you'll go to Forex Factory, you'll do your research if you're in the traditional Forex, so you'll know, like, if you're trading the Japanese yen to the US dollar, right? You may want to see what's happening in Japan, right? Is the price of the dollar going down? All these different things. It'll tell you here, and I put the link here for you. All right, next you got the strategy library, okay? And these are all strategies that I learned and that they taught in the IM Academy, okay? And I put them here and lined them out for you, all right? So the settings are in here for most of them. And if there are no settings, then you can just use that means just use the default setting, right? You don't need to do any settings, right? But you have the settings in there, and there'll be videos where I go over that as well, okay? But yeah, you got a bunch of different strategies here, okay? Go over them. Fibonacci is going to be real good. I know a lot of traders who only use the Fibonacci, right? They use the volume profile and the Fibonacci, and that is it. They don't use any other indicators, right? And once you learn about what the Fibonacci is, you'll understand why, all right? Then you also have the top-down analysis with Fibonacci. So it's going to be a big one for you guys to learn, all right? But yeah, everything's laid out here for you guys. Nice and simple. Got your phone setups, okay? Bang, bang. The phone setup is if you're using MetaTrader 4. If you're not using MetaTrader 4, then don't worry about this. There'll be other ones that I'm going to be adding. Like I said, I put this together in 12 hours and one night, and I'm still adding to it. So questions, if you have them, you can ask them. And that will be right here, trading questions. The only thing that you guys can comment on in here, like you can't write a message in here. I've already blocked it in any of these because I want it to be read only. I don't want you guys to like crowd all this and people can't find this. So that's why you can't ask questions in these actual excuse me, sorry, I'm all fumbled up right now. Drop downs, right? In these sections, right? You can't ask questions in them, but any questions that you have, just come here, come do the trading questions. I'll answer them, or hopefully once this community gets bigger, I'll add some moderators. I have been talking to a couple of my other traders that I traded with in IM Academy who are not there anymore to see if they'd be willing to help educate as well. So eventually that's what this is going to get to. You know what I mean? There'll be other people here educating you just like I am and helping you guys and giving you the information that they know. And I know some pretty good traders that are better than me. And then you have your analysis. So down here, this is where you guys can also, let's say you have a chart, you can screenshot your chart, right? After you marked it up, you can come over here into analysis. You can paste it. You can ask questions to me or to the community. Or you can also put I'm gonna put an extra section here where you guys can post your winning trades, right? When you guys win trades, post them in here. You want the community to feel pumped up, right? And you want them to see that, you know, it's working, right? So that's going to motivate you. If you see someone else posting a winning trade, they put their chart, they put the markdowns, and you're like, wow. If you're someone who's not marking your chart, you're like, damn, that guy won. He won a trade, right? And well, you see his trade is marked, his chart is marked up. He had everything right, like I did here, right? And it hit, right? So when we hit this trade, if we do enter along, I will be definitely, let me move this over. And I'm gonna put that back at 63. Let me just put the coordinates back. And I'll teach you guys how to do all this too. Like, see how that moved? You don't have to like perfectly put it. You can enter your coordinates here, okay? So our top line was at 63,300. And our bottom line was at 63,000 even, right? All right, perfect. Now that's gonna move back to where it needs to be. All right, perfect. I want you guys to be able to see. I know the text was in the way. Yeah, so like once we successfully do this one, I will screenshot and I will put this in trade analysis, which actually I'm gonna make the other drop down. I'll put it in trade analysis, and then if we start winning, right, I hit this, I'll put it in the winning trades breakdown as well. All right, moving along, and I think that's pretty much it. So you got that. Then you have your traditional Forex risk management, your growth plan, right, which is also known as the trading plan, right? Okay, and it's very extensive, right? It's an 12-week trading plan, right? Now, when you see the balance here in this doesn't mean that that's what you're going to be at, because depending on your lot sizes, depending on what you're doing, is going to depend on that. I just put that there for reference. That's just there for reference, right? Yeah, and then you'll start here. Wow. Okay. All right, so that is pretty much how you navigate through the Discord. All right, Bong. Now let's get to some fun stuff. All right. Okay. So, what was I waiting for here, right? We was waiting for price to reclaim here, 63,000, which it did, right? That's the bottom line. Price reclaimed 63,000. Okay. And that's not all, right? That doesn't mean jump in. Then we want let me make this bigger so you can see it. We want a strong close, which means the candlestick, and I did all my analysis on the 1 hour, right? So just be mindful of that. You can mark your charts up on the 1 hour time frame, 4 hour time frame, 15 minute, so on and so forth, okay? They say you start at the 4 hour, right? Which is why you see down here, I got my 4 hour supports, right? You want the bigger time frames, right? The reason why you want to do it on the bigger time frames, you want to see what the market's doing, right? Like if I move to the 1 minute right now, let me show you. We'll go to the 5, right? If I go to the 5 minute, it's everywhere, right? Look how many candlesticks it is, right? It's everywhere. If you want a clearer, precise picture, go to a bigger time frame, okay? Right? Bigger time frame, obviously, and I'll teach you guys how to use this, right? You make these bigger things again. Now you see the bigger picture of what's going on, right? Makes sense. Now notice how price right? Now let's just look. These lines I put there. All these lines you will put. You're gonna learn what they do, and you will put them if you feel like you need them. And that's the only reason why this chart looks crazy to most people, right? But if you take a look, like what is price doing? It's reacting at all these lines that I put here, right? Well, I'm gonna teach you how to put that. Support and resistance, like I said. Price only goes where price only knows, right? Unless it's hitting a new all-time high, right? But price only goes where price only knows. Remember that, all right? And what goes up must come down. All right, so let's go back. So yeah, so as you can see, going to the bigger time frames to do your analysis, to mark up your charts is important, okay? So I started on the 4 hour, right, bong, and then as you can see, we have some 1 hour support lines, and label them, guys, so you don't forget. Do you know what they mean? You traditionally label supports with green and resistance with red. You can do it whatever you want, any color you want. And then you can add text on all platforms as well. Yeah, so you do your analysis on the higher time frames and then go down. I went to the 1 hour and I did my analysis here. And based on, for me, I want to enter on the 1 hour, right? You're going to get more pips if you do your net. So pips are, right? Pips is just like how you're making the money, right? It's going up, going down. How many pips do you want up, right? And you're going to learn all that in your trading plan. So make sure you read that. So you'll get more pips up or down if you do your analysis on the higher time frames and if you're jumping in on the higher time frames, right? The only time you're jumping in on a trade on a 1 minute time frame, to be honest, is if you're scalping, right? Like right now, I'm not scalping for Bitcoin. I'm actually gonna hold this long and go up. I'm not, like, traditionally, I'll be up scalping on Bitcoin, just staying in for like 2 minutes, maybe 3, maybe 10, 15, you know what I mean? But I'm doing big lot sizes. But for this, you want to get your pips, okay? And then just open up the bigger time frames, right? You can call them 1 hour candlesticks, or you can call it the 1 hour chart, 4 hour candlesticks, 4 hour chart, so on and so forth, right? So we're waiting for the 1 hour candle, right? Because I did my analysis on the 1 hour chart to break this box, right? But if the 1 hour breaks it, then obviously all the other time frames are gonna break it. But I'm looking here, right? I'm not gonna look all day at the 5 minute and just sit there and watch it go up and down. Just go, no. This is it. I don't need to stare at it. I'll just go back to it every couple 30 minutes or whatever, you know, or every hour, because it's an hour candlestick, and you might have a big, drastic, crazy move like this right here, right? Like imagine we had this move right here. You had this candlestick here, and this one, 2 of them, right? Let me make it bigger so you can see. Sorry. I keep forgetting I'm not live straight or screen recording from the thing. I apologize, guys, and I will get that computer so you guys see. But yeah, so imagine when I was looking here and I did my analysis, I got these 2 big 1 hour candlesticks. Well, we would have already blasted through here, right? Like I'm talking these 2. We had 2 here, 2 nice chunky ones. But if they were just like this, we've already done that. Bang. So just be patient, okay? And do your analysis on higher time frames. Always check all of the charts. Okay. All right, boom. And yeah, so that was what my trade setup I was looking at. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the Discord. I'm actually going to screenshot this. I'll put this in the Discord. All the levels are here. So if you guys want to copy the levels and put them on your chart. Sorry, I totally forgot. Download TradingView. It's free. You can get the free version. I recommend at least the plus version or the next version up. I think it's the Essentials or whatever. It is paid. It's pretty cheap. If you want multiple indicators, right? And indicators are these things right here, right? Down here, you got the volume, you got your MACD, you got your moving averages, right? All these lines right here, this white line, 200 moving average, green line is my 100 moving average, yellow is my 20, and blue is my 9. And you're gonna set all those up, and I will teach you how to do that as well. And there'll be a video in there for that. If you hop on the live, or if you just go back and watch some of the other lives that will be here, you can do that and set them up yourselves. All right. Okay, bomb. So yeah, so download TradingView, right? You can mark up all your charts there. Most platforms that you actually trade on, so this is the platform that I trade on, and you can trade on TradingView too. If you have a broker and all that, you'll learn all that. they let you mark up. So I'm marking up right when I'm going to trade. So right when I'm ready to enter a trade, I'm going to make this smaller. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to set my parameters, right? How much of my account do I want to do, right? I'm going to do my leverage up here. And as you can see, I have extremely high leverage, which let me put this down now before I do something stupid. I'm not going to win. I'm always 150xing. I'm always at the highest leverage, mainly because I scalp and because I have a greed issue, which I am working on and has gotten so much better in the last 3 months when I just started trading again. So that's why. So yeah, you'll set these and it's up to you. And leverage is this, right? So I have $16 in this account right now. And this platform, the broker, depending on my leverage, right? You put the leverage and you're basically able to trade with it's essentially like their money. It's a higher amount, right? But you'll win quicker, higher amounts quicker, but you will also lose quicker, right? So keep your leverage to a minimum, and you'll learn about that in the Discord. Leverage is there, it teaches you all that, and then you can also watch some videos on it as well. Okay, perfect. So yeah, so now, like I was saying, I have everything set up here, right? So if it does what it needs to do, and we might see it on the live here, hopefully it does it at this next candle, which has 40 minutes left. We should still be on the live. And you guys still gonna be up? I will. And you might be able to see me jump into the trade. But yeah, I'll set those parameters and I'll hit this button right here, long, right? Because we're gonna be doing a long if we do all these right here, all these steps. Wow. All right, and then once you drop down here on Blowfin, you'll see your position opened here. You'll be able to set stop losses, all those type of things, take profits. And that's what you definitely want to do. Excuse me. So when you go on Blowfin, and I'll do a more in-depth training on these things, right? But I just wanted to show you guys. I hate this thing. All right, go on. So right here you go. Here's all of your meme coins and everything. So look, there's tons and tons of things to trade, guys. So never, ever, ever just get stuck on one and just be on one chart, missing your entry, right? And be like, oh man, there's nothing else. No, go mark up another chart, bro. There's so much. There's over 100. There's hundreds of things to trade. All right, and then you have your new stuff here. These are all your new coins that came out, right? You got stocks on here too, right? You get your stocks here on Blowfin. That's why I like Blowfin as well. And for all of you guys like me that love the meme coins, I love to short the meme coins, okay? Especially when those new meme coins come out, okay? And if you know, you know, all right? If you know what a dump is, okay? A lot of the meme coins are they're nothing. They were never nothing. They had no real purpose, right? They don't do anything. Like Bitcoin has a purpose, right? Ethereum, it has a purpose in the blockchain, right? All these other ones a lot of the other ones, they don't have any purpose in the blockchain, right? So when those new meme coins come out, you should be shorting, okay? Unless you are holding, right? If you're coming on Blowfin, you get a spot bag if you're gonna hold. But I love to get on the meme coin that just opened up. Like it just opened up 2 days and it's like at the tippity top. Oh, I'm shorting, baby. Because within the first 3 days, they usually dump it. Everybody puts all the money in, and whoever made that meme coin rug pulls it. It's called a rug pull, which I think they are starting to regulate now. It's sad that it wasn't illegal at the time, but a rug pull is a rug pull. But yeah, so you have all that, and that's in this drop down right here, guys. So take a look at that. And there is a demo account on all these platforms too, guys. You don't have to jump in, right? And don't be scared and be like, oh man, like I want to get started. You know, I've been studying for 3-4 days. I do want to get started, but I'm scared to lose my money. I'm about to put my money in there because, you know, I don't really trust myself. Great. That's exactly how you should feel. That's why you should be on your demo account, okay? Your demo account is going to be your best friend, right? If you feel like you're the sugar honey iced tea, we'll prove it to yourself on your demo account, right? You could blow that account, refill it up, right? It's the real market with fake money. Okay. And I'll teach you guys how to set all that up. But those are pretty simple. Like once you set up the real account, they tell you that you can set your demo account up as well. Okay. All right. So that is pretty much the gist of Blowfin. And then over here, guys, this will teach you. These are where I mark up all my charts, right? So yeah, here you got your trend lines, info lines, horizontal lines. You'll click on that and you'll add them to your chart at whatever parameters you want. Okay. And then, like I said, I am going to add this into the Discord. Actually, you know what? I guess I can put it in right now. So if you guys would like to copy my parameters here, you may do so. Okay. And you can do all this on TradingView too, right? Obviously, you guys probably don't have Blowfin right now, but you can take all of this, all these drawings, right, and then input them onto your TradingView chart. So all the parameters will be right here on the side, so you don't go crazy like, oh, I don't know what level it's at. Well, it's right here, right? This top major resistance, resistance TP2 is at what price? Well, it tells you right here, 65,198, right? You don't have to worry about after the point. You can just put that, and then the points don't matter. Okay, yeah. So let me screenshot this, and I'm gonna throw this in the Discord now for you guys, just in case we got some of you guys. Can move this over now. Alright. Alright, let me screenshot this so you guys can copy these parameters if you'd like. And you're gonna put these boxes here too, and put the same text in there too, right? If you're doing it now or if you're doing it later. See, the short setup is still alive, right? So once it comes, if it does break here, right? Obviously price, it's in a big downturn right now, so I can't say for sure it's gonna come back down here again, but I'm leaving this parameter here because I can still jump into that short. If it does come down, it's still the same thing, right? Even if it goes up for a week, then it comes down here, like I'm back on this chart and I'm still gonna follow the short setup right here. But once it goes up, I'm making new short setups, right? You're gonna be making new short setups as price goes up to jump into. So let me screenshot this. And we're gonna capture. Oh man, you're not gonna be able to see that. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me just go. Not that one. I want to make sure you guys can. Yeah, save. Get out of here. All right. Just want to make sure you guys can see this side right here, the parameters. Let me put this down here and then screenshot. All right. Here we go. Screenshot this. That'll be in the Discord, all right, for you guys. Boom. All right, and we're gonna go back here. All right, so that is the gist of Blowfin, and I would teach you guys Trade Locker, which you're gonna want to download for traditional forex, and I will tell you the broker you're gonna use as well, but not tonight. We'll do that another night. We're gonna go straight to my favorite type of forex, which is HFX, high frequency forex. All right. All right. So the market is closed, but I like to trade in the closed market, and only because I am pretty good at reading the market. So we're gonna get off gold because let me do a little fun trade. I'm gonna do a fun trade in gold real quick. So I was successful in gold, but only now that I'm realizing it was with second trades. So pocket options, you can set the parameters, right? All you're doing is, this is HFX. This is what HFX is, all right? Money in minutes, money in seconds. Your job is to read the market and say, hey, is price gonna go up or down? That is it, right? And you can set the time frame, right? All the way down to a 3-second trade, which we're gonna do right now like a crazy madman. Do not do 3-second trades. Don't do 5-second trades. Don't do 15. It's 3 to 5 and up, right? Like you got to be an absolute sniper to do a 1 minute trade, right? You're looking at a 1 minute candlestick right now. Like, why would you be doing a 1 minute trade? And look how tight this is, right? So let me just do something real quick. Bong, bong, and we're gonna do $1 because we're not gonna be crazy. And this, I'm on my real account, guys. So I'm gonna start with 20 bucks, and we'll see what we can do from there. Okay? You don't gotta put a lot. The minimum used to be 5. They literally just upped it to 10. Or maybe because I just leveled up, that my minimum is 10 now. Tyler, was your minimum 5? Put a 1 in the chat if your minimum was 5. If that's you in the chat, Tyler. I think for beginners, the minimum is 5. Well, I don't know. Just literally like last week, it went up, and I just leveled up too. So I'm assuming maybe that's why. But all right, let's see. We're gonna do a 3-second trade here, and it's gonna be a sell. Here we go. Oh, and we missed it, and that's why you don't do those, right? Okay, moving on. Let's get to the real fun. All right, one more. Feel like I can get it. No, all right, done. Done. And see, that's why you don't do it. So perfect example of why you don't want to do it. It's the dumbest thing in the world, all right? I have made money on it, but that's where my ego got to the best of me, and I started losing tons of money. And now I only do 3 to 5 minute trades. I stick to my trading plan, right? And when you don't stick to your trading plan, as you can see, we lost the first 2 trades because we went outside the trading plan, guys. It's super important. It's like a trading plan, and you create your trading plan, bro. It's not there for no reason, right? You don't want to be giving the market your money, all right? All right, let's get to something that we're actually going to be able to trade. I'm going to show you guys the strategy. And I'm also going to show you guys how to set your charts up like this, because the strategy that I use on this, HFX, you need these indicators, all right? But first, we'll go to here. So you got your currencies, right? And you have a bunch of other stuff, indices, all that. I like to do currencies when I'm on HFX, all right? So you'll choose your currencies here. If you're on a laptop, okay, you can favorite them, and they'll go right up here to the top. Watch this, you'll see. So let's just put a whole bunch on top. So we're gonna have a lot of charts on top so that we can just switch back and forth until we see what we're looking for, right? Once we see what we're looking for, we're gonna jump in. And this is the payout percentage, right? So what does that mean, right? 92%, right? So that means, and let's just click on that just so I can actually tell you. All right, now look over here, boom. So if you're on a 92 payout percentage and your trade is a dollar amount, then you receive 192. You make 92 cents, right? So on and so forth. So if we did a $5 trade, we'd get back 960, right? From the $5. All right. Okay, my signal already happened here. All right. So let's not trade yet until we set up the indicators. All right. So here's how you're gonna set this up for this strategy for pocket options and HFX, guys. If you were on the live, I've already put the link, the referral link, so you can get on pocket options. You're gonna get a bonus, and I'm gonna get a bonus. But you can get on right now. Make your account. You can make your account right now and just hop on the demo account and trade with us live tonight, which is what you should be doing. You should not be putting no money in there right now, especially if you haven't done any of the studying on the Discord or anything like that. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to fix that for you guys. It's a little laggy. All right, perfect. And I'll do this instead. I'll move the computer over. All right, boom. All right, so first indicator that you're gonna wanna put, so if you are on here, and like I said, I do see we have new people in the live, you can go to the Discord, hit the referral link that's in the Discord in the live streams, and it's really quick to make the account for pocket options, and then just hop on the demo account. Don't worry about putting any real money in right now for anybody who has just joined, or anybody who's rewatching this once I post it. So for this strategy, you want the first indicator that you want is the MACD indicator right here. Okay, this is the MACD indicator. All right, and what does this do? Right, it shows you the volume and the shift in price. Right, so obviously if the histogram is up, right, well, what's happening? Price is going up, right? And price can go down when the histogram's up, but momentum, right? It's the momentum, right? Oscillator, right? MAC, hence MACD, right? MACD, it's just abbreviated, MACD indicator. So momentum is up, right? Now, see what happens here when it flipped down, when the histogram flipped down. Well, momentum was down, right? You're gonna need this, and I'm gonna, this one you can leave at the default settings, all right? I'll show you how to add that. And I'll show you how to add all three of these. And you're gonna want all three of these in the same order that I have it, right? You want your bear indicator up top, your bull's power indicator in the middle, and your MACD at the bottom, right? And here we go. I'm gonna show you guys how to add those. And then right here, this is the indicators. Wow, these are all your indicators, okay? So first you'll go and you'll add the MACD. You'll click on that, it'll add it. You'll click on the bull powers, it'll add it. And you'll click on the bear powers and you'll add it, okay? All right. If it is not set up like this, just go back up into the indicator tab, right? And you can take them off your screen right over here. You'll click that and you'll hit the X, right? And you just want it in this order. So add it to where it's in this order. Okay? And then, so for the bear indicator, which will be up top, I'm gonna show you what it should be at. Your period should be at 13, if it's not already at 13. And the style, red, right? Because bears equal red, sell, right? Selling pressure, right? Bears push the price down, okay? So you can put it red. Guys, you don't have to put it red. If you got a different color you want to put it, you can, but it's up to you. Then you're gonna hit that save button. And we'll go here to bulls and we'll do the same exact thing. And period is 13. I have I set to green. Well, I can't stop yawning. Sheesh, it's been a long day. All right, bong. And you get your MACD indicator. And like I said, that is just the default settings, right? Default settings, default colors. Your colors should look like this. It's easier like this, or you can put your lines however you want them, the color of your lines, all right? All right. Now, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to clean this chart up because you don't need all of this, right? Boom, 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 boom. This strategy only requires 2 moving average lines, okay? The other stuff that I have there is so that I can see trend, so that I can see kind of like the pressure of price and things like that too, okay? So first moving average that you're going to want to have is your 9-period moving average. And you'll go back to your indicators. You'll add the moving average right here, bang. And you're going to add 2. Really, for this strategy, you need 2. So you hit that twice, bang, bang. It'll come up, and you're going to edit it. And you want it to be 9. You're going to set it to 9, and you're going to set it to blue, okay? Set it to blue, set it to whatever color you want, but blue, because you're about to learn the strategy with these colors, so don't confuse yourself, okay? Colors don't matter, so just copy the same colors that I have so that you remember it, and so that when you go back and rewatch the videos, like if you're like, damn, I missed the trade, like, oh, it's not working, we'll go back and rewatch it, and if you have your colors set differently, that might be what's screwing you up, okay? Because that's what screwed me up. I changed my colors when I was learning, and it messed me up. I'll just tell you that. All right, bam. So you got that. Your next one is going to be your, nope, not that one. Oh, the black one, okay? That's gonna be your 20-period moving average. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit because I know you guys want to see some trades. It's gonna be a 20-period moving average. All right. And black. Okay, you can do 2px, it just depends on how big you want to see it, right? That's what that is, right? You can do the 1px, how skinny do you want it, right? Boom. So this strategy only really requires these 5 indicators, okay? All right, and to be honest, looks like, yeah, almost, okay. So what you want to look for in this strategy, okay? And then you can add the Bollinger Bands too. Here, let's add this one for now. Also, actually no, wait. Fractals, we're gonna definitely add fractals, okay? Fractals tell you when you're at, it's a top or a bottom, right? So red obviously is a bottom, right? Market bottomed out, and then what happened? Goes up. Top, and then what happens? Goes down, right? Bottom, right? Goes up. So put that, fractals, and that's an indicator again. And it's not fractal chaos bands. It's just normal fractals, right? And there's no settings for that. That's easy enough. And then also, what I like to use too is the Bollinger Band. So you guys can put that in. This is how you hide it, right? If it's just too messy for you, hide it, right? Because like I said, this strategy really only requires these 5 indicators that we put up first. And I think I see my move. I think I see my move. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. We need a break. I'm gonna show you in a second. But we do need a break below this blue line. And that's what I'm gonna wait for first. And there are other things too. All right, so Bollinger Bands, and let's just get the periods set real quick so you guys we can jump right into this. All right, 30 and 2. Your period is 30 and your deviation is gonna be set to 2, okay guys? And what Bollinger Bands are, it's just like support and resistance, right? Obviously that's why and I have it flipped a little bit. I have it flipped like this. I have it red because it's like selling pressure for me, and then green, but you can switch it. This is just basically support and resistance. What you'll see is price tends to what? Just bounce in between the Bollinger Bands. They get skinny, the Bollinger Bands get skinny right here, right? This is consolidation, this is what this is called, and then bang, this is market movement, baby, right? Market movement, baby. That's what you want to see. You want market movement. You don't want to really jump in on this right here. This consolidation right here, you're going to lose more times out of none. And that's what gold does. It's like gold's not really consolidating, but it's just the way it moves, it's like, it looks like consolidation, especially on the chart that we just seen, right? You don't want to jump in here. There's no reason for you to be jumping into a trade right here. If you see the Bollinger Bands tight like that, get out of there, okay? And that's what the Bollinger Bands help you for. So that is actually helpful. So you do actually want to put that. So put that. Okay, and I think we're ready to go. We are ready to go, okay? And I'm going to add my other stuff back, all right? And that's all you guys need, all right? We'll get into the super trend and all that, right? Calls out a sell, right? But you don't really need to know that now. It's going to confuse you right now. But let's just focus on this basic strategy right now, okay? And as we go along, I'll show you why I have these the other indicator there, all right? All right, also, I'm going to put my other stuff back on. I'm going to my parabolic stars. Okay, and I'm going to put my other moving averages back, okay? Okay. So, what we're waiting for, all right? I particularly, like to sell. I like downtrends. I don't know, for whatever reason, for this strategy, I can see it better in a downtrend than I can in an uptrend. I don't know why. I really don't know why, because you just do the strategy in reverse. But for some reason, I don't know why. I've been able to be good at doing buys. Not to say that I don't do buys, but it's just better. All right, so we're gonna look for a chart that I'm looking, right now what I'm doing is I'm looking for a chart that has my signals already waiting, ready to go. So what we're looking for in this strategy is, you want the MACD, if you're doing a sell, you want the MACD indicator, right? These lines to be above the histogram, okay? Right? You want it to be above the histogram, like over here, right? And then what we're gonna wait for, and let me just find the chart so you can actually see it. Here we go. I like this one. Decent. It's decent. It's decent. I wish. Yeah, it's decent. I mean, I wish the MACD was all the way up here, like over here. Like, this is exactly what you want, right? Let me show you. See, when you're using the MACD indicator, if you're gonna go in for a sell, and to use this strategy, you particularly want it to be all the way up here, right? Here's fine. We can still get in. I can kind of see myself getting in here, but we'll wait. But really not, right? Why? Because remember, actually, I just seen that. Look at the Bollinger Bands. They're mad small. Why would I want to get in here? But if you look back here, when it crossed here, look how wide the Bollinger Bands were. More confirmation that you're going to hit these trades, right? Okay. And you'll go over that in HFX, in the Discord, the HFX trading plan. It teaches you all that, how you stick to your plan. So we're going to stay off of this one, but I'm just going to show you. So you want the green line on the MACD to cross over the red line, okay? That's one of the first steps, all right? The next thing is, if the green line is crossing over the red line on the MACD, and it is above here, histogram, you have more chance of hitting it here when it's above than you do on any other ones, right? Not to say you can't, but you have a better shot, right? And like I said, there's over hundreds of charts, so just go through different charts until you see it, until you find it, like we're about to do. All right, you want the green line to cross over the red line, okay? And then you want the bear line, which is, right, selling pressure, to be pointing up, while the bull line is pointing down. Notice how right now, everything looks the same, right? Your entry, your signal is when it doesn't, but remember, there are other things that you have to remember. This got to be set up, right? And then this, you want if you're selling, right? You want the bull line down, facing down, and the bear line facing up. And you'll see it. It'll be like so crazy. You're going to see it in a second, all right? But let's just get to a chart so you can actually see that in real time. Okay. See, I like this one. So we're going to look back. And we're on a 5-minute time frame, but we're going to jump in on the one. So you go to the bigger time frames, look, find the trend. Find the trend. Okay, we're in a little downtrend here. All right, love that. Love that. And I'm going to go up another, let's go to the 15-minute just to confirm that we are in an actual downtrend. All right. I would say we haven't made a new high yet. So, but did we make a lower low? So we're at 18.414. Okay, well, let's go back and look at a previous low, 18.43518. And I already forgot what I was looking at. 18.43518. 18.414. Okay, yeah, low. So this one made a lower low, and I'm just trying a long low here. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. This one should be good. All right. Now, when you're doing this, you're entering on the 1-minute time frame, guys. All right. So go back to the 1 minute after you do your due diligence. Let's see. And I'm going to show you what we're going to look for. So we got the cross here. I kind of like this. We did get a cross here, right? Green line crossed over the red line, right? And then you want to see momentum going down, right? So this is a good sign here. And we already kind of missed it here, but we can still wait. We can still hop into here, right? You want to see the blue line cross over the black line, which hasn't happened yet, right? So we didn't actually miss it. So you want your 9-period moving average to, there it is. There's the cross. Okay. All right. Now, is the bear line facing up and the bull line facing down? Not necessarily, right? But this is lining up, right? The MACD has crossed, right? We do have the cross there. And that's why you just want to wait. Give it a minute, right? You want to give it a minute, and Bollinger Bands are pretty close here. This would probably, it's pretty wide actually. But to be honest, look at this. So we have a low here, but then we have a higher low, right? And then we have a double bottom here, right? And then we're also on a super trend, right? With the buy signal, like, this is more so a buy, okay? But here's the thing in reverse now, right? That's why I said I just haven't been able to like really get the reverse. But this is going to be a buy. So let's see here. The reason why I say that is because look, we got a higher high here, right? But then we have a lower high, right? We have a lower low, but then we have excuse me, we have a higher low. We have a lower low here, right? From this right here, this low, then it became a lower low. It smashed through it. But now look, now we're back up to a higher low, and then we have a double bottom. Okay, these are all things you'll learn in the Discord, guys. It's all right there. And price is going up, right? And you have the bull line. Anytime the bull line is above zero, generally price is going up, right? So you'll see, right? Take a look here. Price is above the bull line, the zero mark, for a while, right? And price is going up, okay? And we're about to smash through this high. So let's do this. Momentum just went up. I like that. And look, now the green line crossed the red line. We're going to put in a 3-minute trade here. We're going to do a 3-minute. I'm going to stick to the trading plan. 3 minutes, not 1-minute trades. Don't do 1-minute trades, guys. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. But 1 second. Hold on. Selling pressures up. And let me see. Let me just go down. $3 and a buy. We'll hit the buy. Oh, and I just got a gold coin for that. Wow, nice. All right, so now I just forecasted a 3-minute buy. That means that I think price is going to be up in the next 3 minutes, okay? So this is pretty much my strategy in reverse, right? Because like I said, I like to do sells. So I'm not guaranteed to make this, to hit this, to be honest. But for whatever reason, it just was so much clearer to me right now, the buy part. My strategy doing a buy. I don't know why, but it was just so much clearer to me. Probably because I seen these 2 double bottoms, and I seen that you had the lower low here. So let's see if we hit this 3-minute trade. I will tell you 5 minutes is the way to go. You'll have more accuracy doing with 5 minutes than you will with 3. 3 minutes is for like if the Bollinger Bands are like close, right? Then you shouldn't be doing 5-minute trades. You more so want to do 3 minutes. You want to be in and out, maybe a minute, like once you get really good. And okay. So you guys can see the timer here. So we have 1 minute and 32 seconds left on that. And then you can always also go over here to trades on the side. Let me put this full screen. Full screen. You can go to trades over here on the side, and then you'll see the countdown, right? You'll have a countdown here, and it'll tell you if you're in profit or not. And guys, if you are trading along and you're copying me, please be on your demo account, okay? And right now I'm on BHD to CNY, currency pair. And we have 1 minute and 8 seconds left on that trade. Okay, this is my strategy here. Boom, here it is. All right, so here's the strategy. It's actually happening right now, which is crazy. Boom. All right, we got the top signal, right? And then price, we had a red candle that broke through the black and the blue line, and the black has already crossed the blue, right? So generally you entering here for 3 minutes. On a sell, sell pressure is going up, and bull pressure is down, histograms here, everything's lining up, right? We'll do a 3-minute sell here. It is an uptrend though, right? From what we've seen, which, like I said, you don't fight the trend, right? That's what you do not want to fight the trend. If you're looking at it's an uptrend, well, you shouldn't be doing sells, to be honest. You better be damn good if you are. Damn good. All right, so we missed that buy right there. And like I said, 5 minutes is generally better because, like, if I'm wrong here, right, because it is an uptrend, in 2 more minutes, it's up here, like, I'm gonna be shooting myself in the head, right? Like, damn, like, I can't believe I did that, right? Like, right now, like, look at that. Now the momentum shift, and that's why it's important, guys, like, to just trade with the trend, right? And And 3 to 5 minutes, like I said, 5 minutes hits better, way better. Yeah, and then look at that, 5 minutes would have hit. Yeah. All right, I'm going back to my downtrends because here, I don't know why, they're just so much easier for me to see. If you look up here, you'll be able to still see it, right? Like while you're in your charts, it'll tell you if you're up or not. So I traded 3, right? And I'm at 0. If price goes back to it, then I'll see it. This will be green, it'll light up. So don't worry about that, just go find your charts. And let's see. Nope. Oh, we missed that one. Oh, but you know what I like to see here? Not that. Let me see. What are we definitely looking like a downtrend here. Yeah, I'll take this chart. I'll take this chart. I'll take this chart. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay. All right. All right. So I'm on AUD CHF. OTC, guys, just means the markets are closed. They tell you not to trade in that on HFX, but you still can. They say don't, just because it's not an open market, right? So it's just the computer, or it's just predicting where market would be going if it was open, and it follows the market structure, right? So, all right, I like that. So if I were to jump in here, guys, it's because there's different factors why I jump in here, right? Not that we've seen the signal, because we already missed the signal, right? We had the cross over here. The MACD was up here. Then you had the cross of the red line to the green line on the MACD right here, right? And at some point, right, which is here, you can see it, the bear line was facing up and the bull line was facing down, and we lost that other trade, right? So right now I'm about to get extra freaky because I'm gonna make some money. So we're gonna do a 1 minute sell because I can see something here. Guys, I would traditionally tell you not to do 1 minute until you actually like really know how to read the market and everything. Like, the reason why I did that is because look, we're underneath the 200 EMA and we broke through the 200 EMA right there and the 100 EMA at the same time. Those moving averages are so strong. And guys, moving averages, all they do is act like a magnet. They're either gonna push price up or push price down. If you have multiple moving averages, now look, see how price was in between the 29. My white line is the 200, and right, see, it's getting pushed, it's struggling, right, through the moving averages, right? But generally, when price drops below your 200 period moving average or above, bro, you're either going up, 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 or down, 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 because that's the strongest moving average, right? And then 100 would be the next. And the reason why I did that 1 minute is because we were right here underneath that, and it should have more than 1 minute, and we didn't get it. Okay. So just did my 3 minutes like normal, but I was trying to be greedy. All right. We're gonna wait for a little tiny retest here, up here. Momentum is still down, guys. You can look here. The bull line is still under too, under 0, right? And you see selling pressure is still going up. So this is it's still a good trade setup. I just should have did 3 minutes, like freaking doofus. Okay. And let's just go to the next chart so we can get it. And that's why I said, like, you see, it's better to get it here, right? Because not to say that the price is not going to still go down, but like the signal's here, right? The red line on the MACD crossed. Momentum was up, but then it flipped. It flipped. Definite sign, right? And then you have all the other signs. Then you have a top over here, so you know price is going down, right? And then you have the cross that you're looking for over here. So really over here, you don't want to get in too early. Just because you see the MACD cross and this, nah, bro, don't jump in so early, right? Make sure that this lines up. You also want this to be confirmation, because as soon as that happened, right? And remember, indicators lag, and that's in the Discord too. They always lag, all right? They're always a little bit behind. So you see the MACD crossed, and then the blue line crossed over here, though, right? The black line crossed over the blue line here, and this is where you would have wanted to get in the trade, right? This candle rejected from the blue line, 9 EMA, shot down through the 20 EMA, right? We already had the MACD cross. We already got the flip down here. And then now you were just waiting for that signal of the bear line going up, pointing up, and the bull line pointing down. And obviously we weren't here for that. We missed it, but now look what happened. Bang, 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 bang. And then it's just right underneath this blue line. So it came back up, rejected off of here. So now we are gonna go for our traditional 5-minute trade. We're gonna follow the rules, guys. 5-minute trade for a sell, $3. Okay? You do have momentum coming up a little bit, but it's still flipped, right? It's still flipped. It's a good sign. We know we're in a downtrend. And why did I do that, right? Well, because it just rejected off the 100 EMA, tried to come up, right? And then it rejected off of our 9 EMA, which once it's under there, it's going to ride the 9 EMA until it flips, right? Or if it's above the 9 EMA, what's it going to do? It's going to ride the 9 EMA until it flips, right? And that's why it's so important. Oh, damn, I forgot to change the time. Oh, no, I'm looking at the wrong thing. And that's why it's important, guys, to stick to your trading plan, right? So I'm happy that you guys get to see me get excited, right? And then you're going to get excited too, all right? Like, I'm not as disciplined as I would like to think I am, but I'm way more disciplined than before. So I don't do second trades anymore. So don't be like me, okay? Or don't be like old me, all right? All right, so we're in this 5-minute trade. We're underneath the EMAs. That's why I did that. And look, we got a nice little top signal here, the fractal. These dots right here, these are called the parabolic SARs. It's almost like a super trend, right? Same thing as a super trend, right? So it's just pushing price down, right? Price came up, look, it just took that out, right? So now generally, it means price is gonna start to go up and it's gonna push price up, but it could also come back down. So don't be too afraid about that. And that's why it's good to do longer trades, right? Like say we would've did a 3-minute trade, you know, I'd be shaking in my boots right now, but we did 5. And based on some of the other things, I'm not too scared right now, except for this momentum shift right here. And exactly why, flip through the charts and wait for the MACD to be above the histograms. Wait for the flip, because it's like a given, you're gonna hit it every time. So let's actually try to find one of those charts. We got 5 minutes, we're not gonna sit here and watch that. See if any of our charts are doing that. Oh, we didn't make a trade yet, huh? We missed it on this one. Damn it, see? Oh my, bro. Messing around with these other dumb charts. Already missed it. All right, we're not gonna look at this. We already missed it. No, we're gonna stick to the trading plan. No, we already missed that one. Like I said, I'm just better at the downtrend for whatever reason. So that's why I look for the downtrend ones. But primarily you want to see something like that, right? You want to see this pointing down and then that pointing up. A little bit better than that, to be honest. Oh yeah, no, this one is, yeah, this is the one. Oh, okay, let me see. All right, let's gradually work our way back. And I'm contemplating whether I'm going to do 3 minutes or 5 minutes. 3 minutes because we're already below here. And yep. All right. So, all right. Now this takes out that parabolic SAR. We're more inclined to keep going down. Momentum going down. Also look at the histogram, right? So now when this candle opened, look, the histogram was automatically bigger. So now more momentum. So this is, I'm more confident. This one's definitely going to hit. And guys, when you're trying this strategy out, bro, please be on your demo account. And if you don't want to be on a demo account, you don't have to do an insane amount of money, right? You don't have to. And the reason why I didn't load this up is because for people watching, I don't want you to see me. I don't trade with 20 bucks. I put $300 to $600 in, and that's why you guys have seen all those posts, right? There's only one time where I put $50 in and I made $17.60, but all those other ones that you've seen, I started with $300 in my account or 6, and my first trades were $200 to $100 trades, right? And I didn't mess around. Like at that time, I'm not messing around like I'm messing around here. If I don't see this right here, this signal, and if it's not above the histogram and the cross is not there and everything, I'm not messing around with $300 trades, right? Right now, I wanted it to be realistic for new people who are going to be coming in, and that's why I kept it with $20 in there, right? Because I know that there's a lot of people that are just going to come on here and then try to copy me, and like if you see me hitting right now live, which you will, we are going to do that, but just because I just started doing this, I don't want to do that immediately. I want all the new people to come in, and it's got to be realistic, right? Because not everybody can put in. We lost that other trade, but not everybody can put in. But this one's still in $300 their first time, right? Or 600. So if you're wondering why did he only start with 20 in his account, to be realistic for all the new people who are watching and just learning. And so you don't get all excited when you see me winning $1,000 in 3 trades, right? I only do 3 trades, win 1,000, and you start uploading, because it's happened, right? I've traded with people, they watch me, and then they're like, oh no, they want to put their money, and then they just go berserk. So just take your time, you know what I mean? All right, so we got 51 seconds left. You can see a countdown here, and then this is the countdown to the candles that is actually going, and we're gonna smack this. And that's why I say, see, 5 to 3 minute trades work when you follow your trading plan. So we'll get 192 back here. All right, now let's turn up. Let's turn up. All right, so you guys got to see that the do nots, you got the strategy, okay? And if you don't really understand it yet, go back and watch it again, okay? And you can do that once the live is up. So we have 14 seconds left until 10 seconds, 10 seconds. We got a doji candle here, which typically means a reversal in the market. And we got a bottom, right? The fractal came, that means a bottom on top of a doji candle. And what happened? The doji candle hits, this is typically a line of support, the Bollinger Band, right? Doesn't mean that price can't keep going down for a while, which it typically should right now, because we're under the 200 EMA and the 100 EMA, and we're underneath all the EMAs. So now you're about to see what a price drop. If you're underneath all the EMAs, like, whoa, bro, you should not be buying. You shouldn't be buying. You should be selling. But not dumping your account either, right? Because at any point in time, right, you don't know when this is gonna end, right? Unless you have your charts marked up. And for HFX, I don't mark my charts up. Like, so if you did mark your charts up, which you could, you can definitely mark your charts up on here. You can put support and resistance lines, right? So you would know if price is on its way to a support, right? But no, right? If I'm looking back right here, and you see this line, where is the last time price was here, right? Price was previously here, right? And this is our price line. You can barely see it. You see it right here, and it smashed through here. So now it's going to drop, and where's it going to go? Well, it's going to go to the next place where price was, and you have to go all the way back, right? And we're on a 1 minute chart, so I'm not about to do that. But you can go on a bigger time frame and mark your charts on here before you trade too. You absolutely can do that. So you'll know when you're coming to an actual support. If it's doing this and you're actually coming down to a support, well, you know you're not going to put in a sell. And I'm actually going to put in a sell here. We got both lines below the 0 here. Okay, and we're going to get extra freaky here. And I'm going to just do a 2 minute, give it a second. We got a nice big candle going down here. I already looked back and I seen that we were breaking below that previous support zone. And we are going to do $2.95. And we are not yet. Okay, so should have did 5 minutes to be on the safer side, but you know, based on what I see, and you'll learn that, right? The reason why I'm teaching you guys, keep it to 5 or 3 minutes, because you're gonna have a better shot. New people are gonna have a better shot at 3 to 5 minutes using this strategy. The reason why I did that is because you seen I looked back, I seen we were already at the previous support, looked like we broke down, and we're underneath all the EMAs, which typically means we're going down for some time. Or it's just gonna continue this trend that it's been on. So 2 minutes, let's see what happens here. We're fighting here. Momentum's good. I like this. Look down here at the MACD, right? That next bar was bigger than the last one. So momentum's still going down. And it stayed red. And we got a minute and 3 seconds left on this one. Come on, go red, and give me a nice push down. There we go. Love that. That's the way, I like it. All right, guys, so like I said, you can choose your amount, right? You can do $100 trades. When you're a beginner, the most you can do is $1,000 trades. So I think I'm at level 2 or 3. I can do $2,000 trades. But for you guys, if you've never done this before, I think the most you're gonna be able to do is either $500 trades until you level up, or $1,000 trades. And bang, look at that. We stuck to the trading plan, all right? 3 minutes, right? Or 5, and we hit it. So if you notice, what trades have we won, right? The 2 trades we won, we stuck to the plan, right? We did a 3-minute trade, or we did a 5-minute trade, right? And that's why I tell you, you generally have a better shot of doing that. Even me, who's somebody who knows what they're doing, who knows what they're looking at, but your emotions will get involved. So give yourself time. And even, bro, you can do a 15-minute trade, right? If you can do a big amount and you look at it and you're like, damn, it is a downtrend. It is underneath all the EMAs, right? All these things. All right, well, let me just give myself a safety blanket and then do a 15-minute trade or a 10-minute sell, right? Look, and price is droppy. I might enter back on this one, or I think we might just find a new chart, right? Don't fall too in love with this, right? Because remember, you're already on this red line. When price hits this red line, it's due for a reversal, right? And generally, when you see a doji, right, which is this candle, which you'll learn, it means a trend reversal. And what happened? You got a doji candle right on the red line. What happened? It started going up, right? But based on everything else, the momentum and all that, I knew, and underneath all those EMAs, that we were going to continue to go down, all right? And let's see, how are we gonna, and now look, see how this candle was big, but then this one's bigger? Well, momentum's still going. That's a sign, right? And what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna stay on this chart, and wait, let me wait. All right, we're gonna do, nope, we got a doji there. Yeah, we're gonna get off this chart. We got a doji there. I was gonna do a 1-minute trade, but nope, we're gonna get off this chart. We're gonna look for what we're looking for. I don't know what just happened here. My Wi-Fi probably acting up. Or is my computer about to crash? I think it's about to crash. Oh, come on, stupid thing. I got this I got this computer off of Facebook Marketplace. I got 3 MacBooks off of Facebook Marketplace for $40. They were all locked. So I wiped it clean and I added a new system to it, and that's I was able to use it. Yeah. Oh, come on. Are you serious? All right. Let's make this smaller, and let's actually go check on our blowfin and see if it's time to jump in. I totally forgot about that. Nope, not yet. And to be honest, I don't like what I see right there, because I see a top and then it's a lower high too, which is generally not good, but he still can get taken out. Still trying to get taken out. Nope, that's not ready to go yet. Come back over here, and I gotta figure this out. I don't know why this just crashed. This whole thing just crashed right here. Okay, there we go. Wait, what is going on? Why does it keep doing that, bro? You don't want me to trade? You don't want me to trade? Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you, to be honest, okay? So the last time I went on this, it's been acting really wonky. I don't know if like, I don't know if they know. They're like, yo, so I primarily do the best between Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays when I trade on this. And I don't know. I think they and I just leveled up. I think they're like I think they know and like and I trade in the closed market. So it's not to say that they can't manipulate it. I'm not saying they are, but like look at right now. Look, I just hit 2 trades, and then now they're like, nah, no, Ty, no. Like, what is going on here? Whoever's in the chat, or if you're on this, is your site doing this? Can you just put something in the chat and let me know if your site is doing this too? Your pocket options? If it's you, Tyler, can you let me know? Like, what is going on, bro? I might have to restart my computer. Oh, they just showing me blank stuff. Like, this is crazy. All right, let me close it and open it back up. Try that first before I, wait, what the heck? Let me close this first. Close it, and then let's just try to open it again, and maybe that'll work before I have to reset it. No, we don't want the demo account with the real. All right, here we go. Wait, what? All right, guys, I think we have our signal here. Are we in this area of downtrend? Yeah, underneath the 2 EMA, that's good for me. All right. The black has not crossed the blue yet. So no, even though you have all these here, right? If you really want it to be for sure, remember, because you want price to ride underneath. Technically it is, it's riding underneath this. So this would just be jumping in early. Got the sell signal, broke the black line. Oh, histogram's down. Oh yeah, no, we in here, 5 minutes. Well, we do have the 100 EMA here. It's gonna bounce around here. Oh, yeah. So you're in between the 100 and the 2, right? Which are the 2 strongest ones. So they're like magnets, right? So what's gonna happen? It's gonna fight before it does break, if anything. Did get a sell signal. We do have the cross. We do have this flipping. We don't have the cross of the blue. You know what? Okay, against my better judgment, I'm gonna do it. Not to say you can't hit these, right? Because you can. But it's just essentially just jumping a little early before the strategy signal, right? So you better be right and you better be real good. So we'll just jump in there. I should have jumped a little higher. But I did have some confluence, right? So I have this, right? You do see the parabolic SARS, and now look, it is kind of creating a hill coming down, right? Now we did break. If you see, we did break the 100 EMA with this candle. Not a big break, right? You want a nice strong break. Whenever the price goes through the 200 or the EMA, the stronger the break, right? Here's the 200 EMA. The stronger the break, this is a crappy break right here, right? And if it was up here, well, then we're going up, right, for some time. The stronger the break, the better, right? With the 200 and the 100 EMA, right? Generally with all of them, but with those two, bro, you know, you're like, whoa, okay, all right. Something's about to happen. All right, so we did a 5-minute trade. We stuck to the trading plan with the 5-minute trade. We did have some other things that line up, right? So with the strategy, like I said, it's a surefire strategy when all of your areas of confluence line up, right? We had some, and which is why I still jumped in, right? So just keep that in mind, right? You need at least 3 areas of confluence minimum, right? And to jump into a trade, right? You want to be that confident minimally, right? Not just MACD, red line, cross the green, and the histogram flipped, right? That's just one. But then you see now we got the sell. I see the parabolic SARS, and then we're also underneath all of the EMAs again, which is why I went in for that trade, even though we didn't see this line going up or this line going down, right? But we do see they're both underneath 0. So when they're both underneath 0, right, and that happens, and this line goes up, and that line goes down, everything else, what you do is you just look back and you see who's the winner. Who's the winner? Bears or the Bulls, right? And you want to kind of zoom out. Who's been the gradual winner, right? And the Bears, right? Right? Price has been going down mainly, right? Well, that's your other area of confluence, right? And that's why I took that trade, right? Going under, and here's the cross, right? And that's just jumping in early. There's the cross. You got the cross now, right? And bomb. And that's why I said 5 minutes is safety, right? Safety 5 minutes, guys. Oh yeah, so this indicator is called the super trend. So you just go to the indicators and then you'll put the super trend on. There's no parameters or settings that you need to put for it. Just put the super trend. That doesn't mean every time you see sell, you just immediately hit the sell button. No. What happened? I looked at other areas of confluence for me to jump into this trade, guys. Okay. And like, guys, you're not going to be right every time. All right. So just understand that. So the more areas of confluence you have, and there are other things that you can look for too, and you'll learn that. Right? It's all there. It teaches you all the things to look for before you jump into a trade, even on HFX. And we got 1:30. I like this one. We might be able to ride this one. We caught this in the beginning, right? We did catch this in the beginning. This is what we're looking for, right? We weren't here for this, right? We weren't here for the cross, and then when the bear line was going up and the bull line was going down, but it's right here, right? Bear line is facing up, and you see how the bull line is facing down dramatically right here? And at the same point, the bear line is up, right? Touching that 0, right? And then what happened? Price started to go down, right? So we have 52 seconds left. Looks like it's coming up to try and retest the 100 EMA. Okay. As I said, sometimes you can do 3 minutes, right? 3 minutes with a slap. We already hit this if we did 3. You'll know when you should do a 3 or when you should do a 5. 5 is always safer. If all these are doing this, 5 is always safer because sometimes price likes to come up and play with you a little bit for a second and then it'll do the drop, right? We got 20 seconds left on this trade. All right, let's get back to 20, right? And then let's have some fun. I'm going to stop doing all the stupid stuff that I tell you not to do, all right? One second. All right, bomb. Made $5. We turned 266 into $5. And now, let's see. All right, so we got sell pressure is going up, right? The bulls are underneath 0 still, but it's still finicky. But we are underneath the EMAs. I'm gonna wait, see if we get a little reject. Oh, we got a tiny rejection off of the 9 EMA. Let's zoom in so you can kind of see that. And the 9 EMA, look. Now also, if the 20 moving average and the blue moving average, which is the 9, cross over the 100 or the 200 EMA, it's even stronger of a move, right? Or if it goes above and you're doing a buy, it's even stronger of a move, right? And that's what we're about to see happen here. We have the 9 period about to cross over there, and we're gonna hop into Bollinger Bands is still thick, below 0. Give it a second. We're gonna wait till the candle close. We'll see. Okay, we got a top signal here, rejected here. I'm just gonna wait one more. I'm gonna wait one more candle if I am gonna jump in. And then we'll set it to 5. We'll do 5-minute trade, yeah. I'll have it already set to 5. And generally a good time to jump in, if it's, especially in a downtrend, is when price comes up to test that. But you gotta just wait for it to finish, right? Because you don't want to be like, oh, well, now see how it's touching that? Oh yeah, it's gonna go down now. And then you're gonna be mad if it don't. It doesn't, and then 2 minutes later it does, right? It goes up one, and then a big one just comes down and smashes. Just wait, because remember, you're already in the move. You're already in the move. So generally what I do, especially when I'm doing like 300, 400, 500, is I wait for this at the very top, like we caught it. We caught the signal, right? And then after that, like, I'm not going to sit there and keep trying to ride it down. No, I'm going to go to the next chart where I'm right at the top about to catch the signal. So I don't have to really stress, right? And I know 5 minutes is going to hit it. All right? So see, like right here, like if I would have jumped in there, no, not yet. I'm going to wait. And if I did want to stay on this chart, what would I wait for? Well, you would wait for, right, price to come up, test the 20 period moving average, right, the black line, and reject off of it, right? But right now it's testing the 100 EMA, right? It broke the 100 EMA and now it's coming back up to retest it, right? So let's see if it gets rejected. If it gets rejected off this 100 EMA, then we'll go in for another sell. And we want a strong rejection too, guys. Like, you don't want just an itty bitty rejection like these two, right? You got the rejections here, rejections, they're small, they're, you know what I mean? You want a nice big one to be confident. And we're about to take out the parabolic SAR, okay. And let's move to the next chart, right? Let's not even sit here, let's just move to the next chart. Because time is money. Okay, all right, we got this above. Hasn't flipped yet underneath here. Momentum is going down. But the bulls are still over the zero line, right? And you see the bear lines here. So now unless, let's see, where is the moving averages? Bollinger Bands are kind of skinny here. They're trying to put together. It was wide here, right? But now it's getting a little tight. But you got the blue about to cross the black, which is a good sign. Let's see if we take out this parabolic SAR, which means the ending of an uptrend, right? If it's at the bottom and it takes it out, now get it at the top, ending of an uptrend. Not all the time. Sometimes it'll come push right back up. So here's what we're gonna do. This one will be a 3 minute, just in case it decides it wants to do that. We're about to have the cross here. Actually, let's wait. Let's see if we actually get the signal. You might be able to actually see the actual signal. Hold on. Put it back to 5. Facing down. There it is. There it is. 5 minutes. Sell. And we'll do 2. 2 sells for 266. Here's the signal, right? Facing down. This was up and this was down, right? Cross. Flipped. Right? And you don't have the cross yet, but it's lagging, right? It's going to, right? Reason why being is because you have the rejection here. And then all these super, now look at that. Look how that's starting to boom right there. Just look at the difference. But that's the strategy right there. And just flip through the charts until you see that. These lines above the histogram, about momentum coming down, about to flip. Bull line goes down and this is facing up or to the side. Mainly up, right? You want them to both be looking differently, but there it is. You put your 5 minutes right in. All right. Only thing that didn't happen was the cross, right? But let's see, it's getting a little closer. Here comes the cross. The cross is about to happen a little bit over here. So you could have waited for the cross, right? But that's why I did 5 minutes. So 5 minutes should be safe if you didn't wait for the cross of the blue to the black, right? But we are in a downtrend, right? Look, you are in a downtrend, right? Okay. You are below the 200 moving average, right? You are, which is the strongest. You are below the 100 moving average, which is the strongest. And then what else? Look what's happening. At the same time, the 9 EMA, the blue, is crossing the black. I'm sorry, guys. I'm on Euro TRY. Hopefully you guys are paying attention to that part so you know when I'm switching. I apologize. I didn't tell you that. So that's another reason. So that's a confluence. Even though we haven't got the cross from the black to the blue yet, we're underneath the 2 strongest EMAs. The blue and the black are right on top of the 100, crossing it, about to cross it. And then we have all this, right? Here's this, look at that, see, pointing up. Look at that, look how crazy that is. Bang, momentum here, that's the sign. This is where you would jump in. This is the point because it's crossing. Blue lines cross the black line right here. This is where you jump in for your 5 minutes. Bang, and let's just put in another one. We'll do 179. We'll do the 179 here just to get that 79 out. And then sell. Bang. Here you go. That's the strategy, guys. I'm going to get me a little snack. And I'll be right back in back. it's warming up. Let's see. We got 1 minute and 30 seconds on those first two. And let me just open this trade side up so you guys can see the time counting down. As you can see, we're up 460 on both of those. Now we're up 310 on the other one. What you could also do, it's called a double up. Don't ever do that. Don't ever double up. Don't ever freaking double up. There's no point. You're already winning money fast. Stop. Just don't do that. There's something else called a rollover, right? Which you can only roll over, I believe, in the open market when the markets are open. So like, let's say you're like, oh man, I got like 1 minute and 1 minute left, or I got like 2 minutes left, and I think I need a little more time. You can hit the rollover button. You do put up more money. I think it's the same amount of money that you put up. I'm not too sure because I've only did it a couple times. I don't really roll over. And then you'll get some more time. Okay. But if you focus on the strategy, as you can see, when we stuck to the trading plan, right? When we stuck to the strategy, right? What's happening? We're hitting, right? And that's why I said, guys, like, you're gonna get into your feelings. Even the best traders get into their feelings, right? Especially while doing this, HFX. The money in minutes, money in seconds, it is so hard. I'm telling you, it is so hard because you see how instant it can be. Like, the 4th of July, I made $7,000. Okay, I made $7,000 in hours. All right, off of $600. All right, on the way to Hampton Beach, I made $2,000 in the car. Okay, my boy is driving. I made $2,000 in the car. I posted it. You guys remember if you've seen. So, all right, we got those first two. And now we have 2 minutes and 8 seconds on the other one, which was where you're supposed to jump in, right? You had everything hit. You got the sell signal, you had the cross, you had the up on the bears, the down on the bulls, you had the cross of all that, right? And that's the real entry. That's the safest entry, right? When you do it before, like we did there, right? Obviously, I had reasons, and I explained those reasons. Yes, you can hit. You're just jumping in before. You're jumping in before the big move, right? But before the big move, sometimes price likes to come spike up and just like, oh, let me test real quick and see if it happens. It happens. So better off, switch to the charts and look for the signals. Wait for what you see. If you see it about to happen, sit and wait for a minute, right? All right. We have 1 minute and 9 seconds left on this one. Then we'll be back at almost back at our 20 that we're at. And then like, let's be serious now, right? Like, let's stick to the trading plan. Let's make some money tonight. And let me tell you guys something, just last week, I turned 50 into 1760. So, and I posted that, you guys seen that too. So, you know, taking your time is everything, right? Don't get in here and go with your feelings. I just showed you a strategy. You've seen that it works. You've seen when we went against the strategy, right? Even someone like me, who you guys probably think is really good at this, which I am, but I do have those moments where I go, and my trading strategy is literally, I'm staring at it. It's written right here on my bulletin board on the side, okay? Put that there to remind you that every single time that you go against it and you lose, you look back up and you're like, damn. Okay, and you need that. You're gonna need that, right? And that's why I say you have a demo account, use it. Perfect the strategy on the demo account before you put any money in your real account. And what you'll do is you'll go up here to QT Real, click that demo account, and then you can put as much as you want in there, right? I tell people to generally put what you would trade so it can be realistic, right? You want it to be realistic, but use the demo account to test the strategy that I just showed you, right? There are multiple strategies that you'll learn, right? Use the demo account to test the strategies. Do not test the strategies on your real account. It's just the dumbest thing in the world, okay? And yeah, so we hit those. All right, cool. Now, let's get to it. All right, so we're early in the move. What I want to do is, if we're going to stay on this one, right, which we don't have to, but if you are going to stay, go check the higher time frames, right? So now we're gonna go to, let's check the 15 minute, right? Let's see if that's happening on the 15 minute. Oh wait, what the heck? Oh yeah, they ain't let me. Oh yeah, they're like, nah, Ty. Yeah, I swear, I know. They leveled me up, and they're like, yo, this guy. So I have people look at this. So you got the chats here, so people can see you. Like when you're on, this is the whole community. People can see your account and everything, and they can copy you. So I had people start copying me out of nowhere. Look, what's this? He goes. So he copied. You'll see it in this little drop down I just bought. You'll see trader started following you. Trader started watching you. Trader started copying your trades. Look what he said. Hello, sir. How are you, sir? This is like last week and Fourth. Oh no, this is on the 4th of July. I told you when I made the 7 grand, I went crazy. Look, 4th of July. Look, he goes, "Hello, sir. How are you? You are so pro. I like your trade method. I tried every strategy, but I lost. I do not know what to do. Please teach me how to trade. I knew a lot about Forex, but I do not have a good strategy and setup. Please help me. I'm getting crazy with this market." Okay, let me tell you something. So he knows a lot about Forex, as do I, right? Why do people that know a lot fail? Well, because they go against the trading plan, right? They get greedy, right? It's not about not knowing, even the people with the knowledge sometimes, and that's why I had to take a break. I stepped back for like 2 years. No, I think 3 maybe. Well, didn't put a trade in, didn't even think about trading, nothing, right? And you're gonna like sometimes you have to do that, and that's with anything in life, right? Sometimes you got to step back. But yeah, so you'll be able to talk to people. People will be able to see. You can copy other people. You can look at their profiles. You can see their win rate and everything. But yeah, that was on the 4th of July when I made 7 grand from 600. It was 300, but then you get the bonus, which they gave me a double. So I ended up getting a 300 bonus from them as well. So that put me at 6. When you get a bonus, you do have to turn it over, right? So for that 600, in order for me to take out the whole 7,000, I had to turn it over to 10,000. I believe it was 10,000. I had to turn over 10,000, which I did because I was losing, right? Your lost trades, your losing trades count too when you're trying to turn over a bonus. But yeah, so. And then look, I'm gonna show you this guy. Okay, here's July 25th, right? My ego got the best of me, right? He was watching me, right? Hi, right? Then he goes, "You don't help. You are in a loss." This is July 18th. You know what he called? He said he was so happy. July 4th, he joined too. And I was doing good. July 18th, I'm still doing good, right? He's like, Welfare Foundation, right? Like basically free money, right? Because they're copying my trades. This guy was copying my trades too. You can just set it to copy. And anytime I put in a trade, it'll take from your money. And you can set the denomination, right? So if I have 200 in my account and you have 50 in your account, you can go to my account. You can click on my little logo over here. You can go copy trade, and then you can set the denomination. I want to copy $1 every time he does a trade, or $2, or 50% of my account, or whatever, right? So that's what these guys were doing. And July 25th, okay, I had a very bad trading night, okay? I had a very bad trading night. I just, sometimes I get a little excited. I just think I'm him. And, oh, whoa, I like this chart. Anyways, no, I don't. It's 67%, right? Right now, everything is closed, so you can be at a 92% market, right? You should be getting 92% of your money. So, yeah, we're not getting off this one. But yeah, so he goes, he goes, "You don't help. You're in a loss." And he stopped copying my trades. So I just thought that was funny. But, I was very anxious that night. And, it happens to the best of us. So stick to the plan, guys. Stick to the plan. You'll be very happy if you do, okay? And you don't automatically have to take your money out, right? What you want to do, the real thing to do is set an amount of, when you get on this, set an amount of trades, especially if you're going to do big trades. Let's say you put $300 in to start, okay? You put $300 in and you say, all right, I'm going to do $20 trades. Okay, well, how many $20 trades are you going to do this day? Don't force it, right? Build your account up and from Monday all the way to Friday. You can take out a decent amount of money, right? So let's say you start with 300, right? You got 300 on Monday. Every day, I'm going to do 5 trades for 20, and I'm going to try to do it in a 92%, right? So that you get, what, 18? You'll get 18 back, right? From the 20. So now you do 20, it hits, you're getting back 48, if my math is right, 38, excuse me, $38. All right, boom. So now, look, remember the signal, right? Remember the strategy I just showed you? Now, all you gotta do that is 5 times, right? Now you started at 300, you hit all 5, so you got 18, whatever 18 times 5 is. My math's not that good, so we're just gonna say it's 100, about 100, right? A little less. All right, now you made 100. Okay, do it again tomorrow, right? Then do it again the next day. Then do it again the next day. This will keep your mind at ease, right? So that you're not sitting here saying, I gotta make 1,000 tonight. Can it happen? Yes. But like new people, I mean, I can't say that. I was new and I made $4 grand my very first day doing this. But I studied my ass off. The Lord forgive me for swearing, sorry. I studied so much. I had COVID, so I studied for 2 days straight. 48 hours is in bed, just watching videos, reading everything that I put on that Discord for you. So that's why I was very profitable my first time in, okay? All right, so we're gonna go and find another thing. Let me just grab my food out of the air fryer real quick. I'm gonna start moving up a little bit. I'm gonna be up to probably about 4, so if you wanna be on the live with me, you can. Also, another rule is when you're trading, don't trade around people. You want a nice, quiet environment. And what I tend to notice too is like when I'm trading with people, that's why I'm not gonna trade every day live. I tend to want to show off, like you guys seen in the beginning. And now what happened, right? We're sticking to the plan. I'm not showing off. And I'm in a nice, quiet setting, right? Other than me talking right now, being online, people watching me. That's what you want, right? You want to be able to focus. You want to be able to go. So look what happened. Now look here. This is how. Look at our last trades. Now look, we followed the plan. We did 5-minute trades, right? I told you 5 minutes hit. 5 minutes hit so good, and we waited for the signals. We changed the charts, right? And we started winning, right? And I can go back and show you my trade history where I've hit over 20, 30 in a row, okay? But that's being super disciplined and following the plan, following the trading plan, and waiting till you see the signals for your strategy, okay? All right, so let's get back to it. We're gonna get off this chart because it's at 67%. Remember, the market's closed right now. Everything's at 92 for the most part, right? And if it's not, then close all these out and add your 92s, right? All closed, it's all closed, so we only want 92. We want to get the most of our money, especially right now since I don't have 300 in here. Like I normally do when I trade. 92%, all right? All right, here we go. All right, we'll get this out of here. Anybody that's on the live, do you guys have any questions? You guys can put something in the chat. Let me see. Nope. Let me just say hi. Hi. All right, bet. You guys could if you're paying attention, can somebody just put in the chat that you understood the strategy, you got it, or you'd like me to re-explain it, which I probably am gonna explain it so many times when I see it again tonight. Like right here, look, going up, but we're already below, but yeah, so we're gonna switch this. Remember, this is that chart that we were just on at 66%. No, we're done with this one. So right now at the top, if you're on a laptop, go to the currencies, add them to the top, and I did all the first 92. So we're looking at the first one, USD to rubies, right? So the US dollar to the rupee, all right? That's the one we're on. No, I don't like what I see. Because we're in an uptrend. Remember, I suck at uptrends. Ugh, I don't know why. It's just the strategy in reverse, right? So now the blue line has to go above the black line instead of below the black line, right? But for some reason, I don't know why I can never like really hit these ones. So stick to what you know, okay? Best thing I could tell you. But I like this. This looks so juicy right now, and I think, actually kind of know that this is gonna go up. Look, see, notice how the moving average line is going up, right? So price is gonna come down, bitty bounce on that, right? And then bing. So, oh, we're on a 5-minute candle. Well, make sure you're on the 1-minute candle, guys. That's where you wanna jump in, okay? Make sure you change it. This is how you change it right here. 1 minute, right? When you do an HFX, You should be jumping in on the 1 minutes here. And so yeah, so I guess on the uptrend, right? You want it to be down here. You want your MACD to be underneath, right? It's just the same strategy, just in reverse. And then you want to see the bull line go up and the bear line go down, right? Which happened here, right? Bull line went up, bear line goes down. You got the cross on the MACD, it's underneath, and then what happens? Price goes up. And like I said, for some reason, I don't know why, but that was just so clear right now. So let's jump into this one. And we're gonna do 3 minutes here. We got a double bottom right here. I like that. The super trend line's going up, and then you jump in this quick. And I'm gonna do this one for $5. Bye. Green line is about to cross back above the red line here. Should have did 5 minutes to be safe, but I like this double bottom here, and I like that big break right here. Look at that big break of that candle through the thing, right? Momentum's about to flip, going up. Bulls are above the zero line over here, see? Above the zero line, so bulls are in control. And everything is doing the same thing. That's a good thing, right? When everything is doing the same thing, price is moving in the same direction, the bull line is moving in the same direction, and the bear line is moving in the same direction. That's what you want to see, right? When you jump in is when you see a difference, right? Which is the strategy that I showed you. And we actually, I think I got it now. I think I got the uptrend thing now. I just get it when it's down here. I got it. I think I got it now. All right, cool. Yeah. So like I said in the beginning, I'm better at downtrends with this strategy for whatever reason. It's just easier for me to see. But look, we just saw it together. All right. Now we'll be at more than what we started at when we started the live. Okay. And like I said, we're going to make some money now because we haven't lost when we started sticking to the trading plan, right? And look, we did the strategy in reverse, but what did we do? We did 3 minutes, right? I was going to do 1 minute, but in my head, I'm like, we don't do 1 minute trades, okay? We don't do 1 minute trades. None of us went to the army. None of us are snipers, okay? So we don't do 1 minute trades. You better be a sniper if you're going to do a 1 minute trade, all right? Because even look here. Now we have a doji candle at this right here, right? So that's why I did 3 minutes. Also, I did 3 minutes because, like I said, I don't like uptrends. So I don't want to sit here for 5 minutes biting my nails. But we seen what we seen. We followed the strategy. And look, momentum just flipped on the MACD down here, right? Boom, perfect. Got the cross right here, right? It is above. But so many other things lined up. We're in an uptrend, right? So, of course, it's going to be above. Price is going up. And it can still go up. It can keep going up. Right? There's no limit to this up here. Like if prices want to keep going up, it keeps going up. You can make this bigger, and you can see. It just can keep going. So, and smackaroonie. Here we go. Now look at this. Here we go. We our first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What did Ty do? He did everything that he was sitting here telling you not to do. Right? Why? Because, you know, sometimes he thinks he's just sugar honey iced tea, which you will too sometimes. But just follow your trading plan. You're going to be the sugar honey iced tea when you do this. Right? You follow the trading plan and you don't miss. You wait for the signals, you follow the strategy, and you don't miss. Okay? And depending on the amount that you're doing, depends on how much money you'll be making. Okay? So guys, just because you watch this live doesn't mean, hey, don't go. I don't need to go into Discord. I don't need to no, bro. You learn market structure. Read the candlestick Bible. Read the candlestick patterns. Because you heard me how many times say, oh, doji candle. What does a doji candle represent? It typically represents a reversal in the market, right? Doesn't always mean that it's going to be a reversal. There are other factors, right? But to be honest, that's not even a doji candle. That's a different kind of doji candle, right? A doji candle is when it's like, it's kind of like, here, let me show you. I can just show you what a doji candle is. There's two different types of doji candles, right? Or rather than tell you, I'll show you. And it's right here in the Discord. Here you guys go. Bang. All right. Bang, 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 bang. All right. Doji candlestick, right? Market opens and closes at the same price. Consolidation. No one is in control of the market. The bulls and the bears are fighting, right? That's what essentially it means. Occurs in an uptrend or a downtrend equals trend reversal, okay? Right? But look at that. That's an actual doji candle. That's not what we just seen. It's a little bit of what we just seen, okay? Now you got the gravestone doji, right? Open and close are the same or about the same price. It's a longer upper tail, right? Which is pretty much what we just had there. It's a longer upper tail. I think we just seen, I gotta go back, but it was a longer upper tail, right? Market is testing a powerful supply or a resistance area, and bulls are losing momentum, and the market is ready to sell, okay? And then you have evening stars. Yep, so you get your two doji candles, all right? So that's why I'm saying, like, just because you know the strategy now, don't just get on here and say, I don't need to study, I'm just gonna use this strategy all damn time. Like, bro, don't be that guy. Please don't be that guy. Please. Please. All right, let's check in on our Bitcoin. Let's see if we are. Entry zone. Nope. 1 hour. We are not at our entry zone. Yeah, we're gonna let that sit. And I have an alert set anyway, so. And you just be patient with that one, because that's where you're gonna make the real bucks, where you don't really have to do too much of this and be contemplating if you're gonna make money or not, right? If you follow that, you're pretty much sure to hit one of your first TPVs at least. I mean, not TPV, I'm thinking of my work. Your TPs. TPV is what I do at work. I do a third-party verification. Used to be a phone call, but now it's a third-party verification text. All right, generally too, you see, all right, I'm gonna do this, which you don't wanna do, right? But I know what I'm doing here. So I'm gonna do and I'm just gonna do 2 minutes to be safe. I'm gonna do 2 minutes to be safe, 2 minutes to do it. Oh, no, not 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Go, stop. And I'm gonna do a sell here. I'm doing a $5 sell. I'm gonna tell you why. So the Bollinger Bands, right? Price will never stay out of the Bollinger Bands for a long period of time, all right? It's already out. It's 1 candle out, 2 candles out, 3 candles out, 4. Bro, that's already too much. It's already too much. And you can back test that, right? You can back test that, right? And then, oh, that was gravestone. Yeah, look, longer upper tail. What did it say, right? Typically means when it's the longer upper tail in an uptrend, right? Or in a downtrend, it's the market's ready to sell, right? And then what did I just tell you? The Bollinger Bands help you that, right? Price will not stay out of the Bollinger Bands for too long. And if you're on a 1 minute candle, bro, you're not gonna see like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 candles out of there, right? And you know, based on just some of the other stuff, I seen we're losing momentum down here on the MACD. I seen some other things too, and that's why I'm just doing a quick 2 minute sell, right? We're still in an uptrend, so I'm not about to do a 5 minute. I'm not doing a 5 minute, right? Because it could just do 1, 2, come bounce off this, which it should, right? If it's gonna continue uptrend, might bounce right off of this 90 MA and then keep riding up, right? I didn't want to do 1 minute because I'm like, right? But I did 2 minutes, right? For me, I know that we should definitely hit this for sure. But notice again, I'm gonna repeat what I just said, okay? Price will never, especially on the 1 minute, just continue to stay above the top of the Bollinger Band or the bottom. Like, it'll come up, come down, come up. But look, this is up, up, up. Now it's like all the way up. This whole damn candle is above the thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not generally something. And then you have the confirmation of what? The gravestone doji, which we just went over what that means. Come on now. Come on now. Study. Please study. I gave it to you for free. Please. I paid for it. And there it is. Okay? Like, this is not a game, and this is not a gambling casino. Like, I cannot stress to you guys about that, okay? So get on your demo if you want to play around. Don't play with your money. You guys work hard for your money. And I know a lot of you guys have a 9 to 5. I mean, you don't make commission like I do where, you know, where I make a decent amount of money. You know what I'm saying? So, but I still work hard for it. You know, for me, I don't think my job is hard. I get to stand outside. I get to, you know, talk to customers, you know, but I make my own hours, all that. But like, this is your hard-earned money. Don't give it to this market. Don't give it to them, please. And you don't have to if you study. You follow the strategy. All right, let's go another one. I'm gonna shut up. All right. And now we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now this is how you guys see me make thousands, because like I said, this is not traditionally what I do. Like, I'm not traditionally doing like $9 trade, $5. Like, you guys seen what I post. You see me do a 3-minute $800 trade twice. Right? You know what I'm saying? And now look, we got the bottom here, right? We got the fractal, and right? And now what happened? Let me show you something. So remember what I said. We're in an uptrend, right? Price is going to bounce on top of the 9-period moving average. If you're in a downtrend, the price is going down, what's happening? It's underneath it, all right? So it didn't break, right? You didn't get a big, excuse me, that was so rude. You didn't get a big break, but what happened here? We got another doji. What kind of doji do we have here? Can somebody put what kind of doji we have in the chat? Oh, we got one person in the chat. We got another gravestone doji, right? It's a longer tail at the bottom. So what's gonna happen? Oh, well, price is gonna continue to go back up, right? So what are we gonna do here? Now we're gonna go back to our trading strategy. And I think I got the uptrend down pack. Let's see if I got down pack yet. Now I'm gonna stay away from this. I see. So typically, right, you see this, if you're in an uptrend, yes, this has to come back down to 0, right? This line has to come back down to 0. But what happens when it comes back down to 0 when you're in an uptrend? Look. Right? And then we did get the reversal right here. So this is why I'm gonna go for, and I'm gonna do a 5-minute. We're gonna do our strategy where 5-minute always hits, right? Now we got it in reverse. And let's do it for another $5. Bye. We do have momentum going down, right? Right? But we're in an uptrend. Remember, we're in an uptrend. So, and then we have all the other parameters, right? We have the fractal, right? Then we have the gravestone doji, right? Which means what? We went over that, right? And then we still haven't really broke that 9 EMA. There's no crazy break there. So what's the reason for me to be doing a sell, right? And that's why I did the 5-minute. So let's see if we have mastered. Oh, we got another top. Oh, please take that out. We got another top. You're in an uptrend. That's why I see this is why I don't do uptrends. But that doesn't mean nothing. So just because you see this, right? Typically, if price doesn't come up and go above this, you'll see this disappear, right? And it has about 2 candlesticks to do it. 2 to 3. The heck is that, an earthquake? Is that an earthquake? Anyways, yeah, so like typically if it doesn't come back up and break it right now, and take that top, it's no longer a top. It's gonna be a new top, right? And look here, it's fighting the parabolic SAR, right? And what are we fighting? We have a little tiny break of the EMA, the 9, but it's not really a big break. It's not a break. It's not a big, strong break, and it's not a big, strong close. So why am I gonna worry about it, right? And that's why I stick it to the 5 minutes is better, right? Because it gives us more time. There we go. Now we're back above the 9, right? We got a bigger break above the 9 than we did the break here. And this is so hard to see here, guys. But if you're on your charts right now, you can see yourself. And let's see. We do still have momentum going down. We did get the crossover here. And unless this takes out this top now, well, then now we are looking at our strategy on the downtrend, right? But we're not in the downtrend. But like I said, it doesn't mean that you cannot make the same money, right? It doesn't mean that you can't short in a downtrend or sell in a downtrend, I should say. We're not shorting right now because we're in HFX. The word short terminology is in regular traditional Forex. But I will tell you, if this top doesn't get taken out right now, now you have a double top, okay? So when you... Is it a double top? Is it? Yeah, no, not really a double top, but... So what a double top is, it's like you have 2 tops that are pretty much the same. That's like a surefire sign that price is going down, right? If you have a double bottom... Oh, we kind of do have a double bottom right here. Oh, I didn't even see that. Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah, look, double bottom over here. Boom, boom. Phew, price is going up. Double bottom. Phew. Just like I put on my Instagram earlier too, right? I was so excited when I seen that Bitcoin had that double bottom there because I'm like, There we go. Strategy is working when you stick to it. All right, how much time we got left for this? We got 1 minute and 52 seconds. And you guys can see it up here. I'm going to go to the next chart. We're going to move along here. I want to hold this up. We're going to make money. Oh, this was on 32%. Wah, wah. So we only are going to make $1.60. Yeah, make sure before you do your trade, make sure you see what the percentage is, okay? Because it's definitely, and like I said, it's a closed market right now. So you should be doing 92%. There's no reason to be wasting your time on that little bit of money. Like, right, I put $5 up to make $1.80. That's insane. And now I might miss it. Like, look, now it's going down. Yeah, just stick to the 92%, guys, okay? But let's see. You do have this double bottom here. You should be going up. I'm glad I did 5 minutes. We got 1 minute and 1 second left. There we go. We're in the green. Here we go. Oh, no, we're not. You're fighting. You're fighting. You don't want to go below that EMA, and you haven't took out that parabolic SAR, and you got these two there, so it's a good sign. We got 43 seconds left on this one. Come on, don't mess up our streak. I'm going back to downtrend, so I'll tell you that, because we was on a streak. And I think I'm gonna up the trade amounts a little bit. We'll up it to, no, we'll stay at 5 until we get to 50, and then we'll up it. We'll up it. Yeah, we missed that one. 15 seconds left. Took out the parabolic SAR. Yep, so there is that. And who cares? You know what? They played us anyway. The thing was at 32%. Like, let's get rid of this from the top. Okay. All right, we missed one. We did follow the rules, right? Kind of, sort of. I mean, we did see this. This does mean it's going down, but like I said, we're in an uptrend, so. Oh, okay. All right, now we're gonna find a good chart. Let's see, we're 92% here. Okay, wait. We got the, oh yeah, it's still above, never crossed. It crossed over here. And is this our move? Is it gonna smash? We got the moving averages. So I'm looking at USD EGP. If you're following along with me, you're trading on your demo account or your real. Live, not if you're rewatching this, guys. And let's see. I didn't check the trend. Downtrend. Love that. Oh, I should go back a little more. You guys check the higher time frames too. It doesn't necessarily mean it's downtrend enough for me. God, I like that. I like this little drop right here. What I don't like is that we're coming up right on the, I'd rather wait until we get the sell signal and the blue line's crossing, and we're actually, so the yellow line it comes with the Bollinger Band, right? That's your average, right? Price is either going to be on top or the bottom of that too. That's the middle line between the Bollinger Bands. That comes with the Bollinger Bands. You can set that to whatever color you want too. I forgot to tell you guys that. But if you have my parameters, that's what that is. That's the average. Like, that's where price will average out, right? You'll see it go up and down to there. That comes with the Bollinger Band. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. And I'm just waiting a second. I'm letting it do its little thing real quick. And I'm going to do a $5 sell, but I'm gonna wait. I'm waiting. Because look, bulls are still just touching. They're just touching the zero line, right? And also, here's why I'm waiting too, right? You see? I'm waiting because we're right on the strongest EMA, the 200, the white, right? The 200 EMA, the 200 moving period average. And that's why I like to have that. I like to have the 200 and the 100 there too. But like I said, the strategy doesn't need that. But you get to see more, right? You get more areas of confluence. You're looking at it and it's like, oh, yes, okay, I see that. So I know that, my chances are better. Oh, I can't wait to go to the gym in the morning. I'm going to sit on that massage waterbed. The thing is the best. All right, cool. All right. And you know what I like about this? We do have a lower low. So we have a low here, a lower low. Now it's fighting on that. We got the sell signal here. We already have our cross. We're still above. Our cross was over here. We're still above. Momentum, this momentum that just came is bigger. And I'm going to, I don't really like the break though. I don't like that break. It's like toying with me. No, I don't like that. We're still above the 200 EMA. I don't like it. I don't. It's like I could see it. I see, yeah, okay, we got the bull line down. That's kind of up, yeah. That is the kind of reversal. So it's a candlestick pattern, right? Whenever you see them like that, so it goes down, right? Boom. What happens here? They're lined up at the bottom. Reversal, right? But then now, here we go. Again, it didn't really reverse. Let me see. And I hate how pocket options is like that. It's like, if you have indicators down here, you can't really scroll the thing up too much. I feel like they do that on purpose so you can't see your stuff. It's like super clear, like. Okay, got another top, I like that. Okay, blue line's on top now, I can see that. Blue line has to cross, it was a little bit over here. But wait, right? Look at the Bollinger Bands, right? Remember what I said. The Bollinger Bands, it's kind of shrinking, right? They were nice and wide here, you can tell. This is kind of choppy. This is like consolidation to me right here. Like it's not moving like you want it to. It's like I can see it about to happen, but like, imagine we would have jumped in already, right? Like when I got so excited when I seen the sell, or you probably got excited when you seen the sell, right? No, be patient, wait. And the reason why I mainly waited, this 200 EMA, remember, the EMAs just act as a magnet, right? And if you're above the 200 EMA, up. If you're below, down, right? Until you break it, right? So for me, it's like the smart thing to do would, like, you shouldn't be doing no sells because you're above the 200 and let alone the 2. Look at the 100 right underneath. So now you got 2 magnets. You know what I mean? But you do get the sell signal. You have 2 tops here, and then you have a high. Then you have a lower high. Yeah. This would be the perfect place to put in a sell. If it is actually going to go down, this would be a sniper entry. You're right on the moving averages up top. I just don't see it for 5 minutes. I see it maybe for 1, but we don't do 1-minute trades, right? You know what? Momentum just got bigger here. I'm going to go for it. Sell. 5 minutes, so. Which is really not good because, to be honest, look, see, the Bollinger Bands are shrinking. They're shrinking, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here. It's those EMAs, man. That 200 EMA is like, it's a little scaring me, but it's like, I see it wants to go down. You see now, this super trend line has now took a little dip like it's about to go down the hill. So it's like little things like that, and you'll learn all those things if you study, which is why, although you don't stick to the trading plan, stick to the strategy, right? Right, we stuck to the trading plan, right? We did a 5-minute trade, right? That's the trading plan, right? But we didn't use, there's multiple strategies you can use, right? You don't only have, this is not the only strategy that exists. That's not the only time you can jump into a trade. But because I know how to read the market, because I know what EMAs are, I know what EMAs do, I know what the super trend is, I know what a parabolic SAR is, that is what can help you. It's like, even if you do go off this, going off the strategy, it's like, that's not a rule, right? You just don't want to be using multiple strategies. And that's what I found myself doing at one point. Like, I would know different strategies and I would be like mixing and matching them by accident just because I know them. So if you find a strategy, stick to it, it's good. But when you know how to read the market and you see other things, yes, you can obviously jump into a trade, right? Look, we got the cross here. After we had it back here, where it started to go down, right? And it's like toying around each other. Now we actually have the cross. The 9-period moving average is underneath the 20-period moving average now, right? I jumped in there because I seen that. I seen the slant on the hill, other things too. The momentum on the MACD was already flipped, right? But it's getting larger. Look how the blocks are getting larger and they're red, right? And that's why I went in for that one, right? Even though we're above the 200 EMA and then the 100 EMA is right there, like that is super scary, and that's why you see me be super cautious, right? And that's why I'm saying, like, sometimes you can't just rely on the strategy, because if you see how that's there, like there's nothing to say that this candle right here just can't go pew, because look, you have the 2 highest moving averages underneath them, so it definitely can do that. It can sure do that. So the safer bet probably would have been 3 minutes, right? Because here, now we're going to get a reaction. We're either going to break or we're going to bounce on this 200. It's a given. It's a break or bounce, right? More times than none, especially in an uptrend. In an uptrend, it's a bounce. Did we look at this? Was it a downtrend? Yeah, I guess, yeah, it was a downtrend. It finally just broke this a little bit, yeah. But a 3-minute trade would have been more smart here, because, right, we would have hit it right now. We would have got it, right? Now we got 2 minutes left out of this 5 minutes. We already hit it, right? And that's why I say, that's why the trading plan is 3 or 5 minute trades on HFX, right? If nothing smaller than that. You can do obviously larger than that, but nothing smaller than 3 to 5 minutes. You need to give price time to move around, all right? And here's the reaction I was telling you about, right? Look, it didn't break it. Now look, see how it instantly just said, right? So a 3-minute trade would have been better here. Am I gonna be mad if we miss this? No, just because I know what I know. Would I be sad? I'd be disappointed, right? Probably because I didn't do the 3-minute trade like I was thinking. But you know, we've been sticking to the 5. Like I said, more times than the 3, the 5 always hits. The 3 is there for reasons exactly like this, right? We've already been done with the trade, and we don't have to worry about if price is about to come back up and smack, or if it's going to break the 200 EMA, right? And then we could have went to the next chart. But after this, I'm going to the next chart. So we have 55 seconds left. And well, we have a new candle about to start in 2 seconds. New candle is about to open, and we got a bottom. Oh, that's not a real bottom. That's not a real bottom. Go take that out. Do not play with me. I got 35 seconds over. Just wait. Can you just wait? If you can go back up, just wait. 26 seconds. Oh, see? You see how I did that little jerk right there? Because it's bouncing off a magnet. One of the strongest magnets that there is, the 200 moving period average. While it has the 100 moving period average right underneath it, bro. Like, you got like a super magnet there. Like, so 3 minutes was the smarter trade here. 5 seconds. Looks like we are going to hit it. Boom. All right, let's find our charts, and let's at least one it before I end this live. If I'm gonna, oh wait, I'm up. Oh, I said 4, right? Yeah, I'm definitely ending this live at 4, and because I need to go to work tomorrow. But yeah, so like I said, the main purpose on why I started with 20 is because I wanted you guys to see realistic, right? What I'll do for you guys is the next live I'll do my normal. I'll put the 300 in or 6, and I'll show you guys a good time. All right. But not to say that in the next 45 minutes we can't do something amazing. Because to be honest, if I stick to the plan and I just up the trades a little bit and we hit, you could see 300 right now before. You could see 500 before 4. We got 47 minutes, right? Oh, no, we have, 48 minutes. Sorry. Yeah, 40 minutes. All right, so let's find a good chart, and let's actually up the trade. So our next trade, let's get jiggy with it. It's gonna be $8. So, right, we were at 5 for a little bit after we were at 2 and 1. Now we're at 8, which is gonna get us back 15, and this will actually get us up quick. Because when I did 50, when I put 50 in here and made 17, I was just doing $8 trades. You might have remembered that I was posting that while I was at work. at the table. All right, I do like that we have lower lows, right? Lower low, lower low, lower low, right? We didn't get a higher low, which would mean that price is tending to flip. It looks like it's gonna possibly work its way down. But you know, that's not something I care about because I want to get off this chart anyway. Oh, someone's telling me not to. Hold on. I'm looking. I see this up. Yep, up, down. Oof. But that EMA scares me. You know what? And yeah, for $8, nah. Oh, that's a reversal too. And there's so many. Yeah, you know what? But it's gonna do this right here for a minute. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Next chart. Next chart. Do you want the next chart? Let me see. So I'm gonna wait for this candle close right here. No, I think this is a good one. It's fighting. So now, see if you take a look at it, right? It's in between the two. Remember, they're magnets, right? So you have the 20 period moving average, then you have this one. But I'm gonna go for this. I'm going for this because we got the Bollinger Bands coming up, right? The red line right here is the bottom of the Bollinger Band. This is the top. And we did have three. We had a low, lower low, right? So we didn't have a higher low, but we had a low and a lower low. And we seen it, right? You seen how the bear line was up, the bull line was down. There it is. That's what you want to see right there. Bang, bang. Along with this line being above the MACD. It's generally better when it's up like that. When you see this right here, let me screenshot this. OMG. I do. I forgot to screenshot. Crap. Why did I just have a brain fart? Yo, saved. Okay, that's what we wanted to see, and I'm already glad I'm in this trade. Now, it is underneath too, right? The price is still going down, right? So it is still above and it's going down, and then you got that was green, right? Now it turned red, and then you seen what you were looking for. That's what, if you are going, that was what you're looking for. And I'm gonna put that in the Discord too, okay? Perfect. I feel more confident. So we're gonna hit the first $8 trades looking like, which is going to at least hopefully you guys get to see me make 100 before. You definitely will if we stick to the plan, right? And let me see, what kind of doji is that? What kind of doji is that? That is a, okay. I would say that's a regular doji, right? I wouldn't say it's a great shot. And then I just can't see because let me move my EMA. That is my 9 period moving average. It's kind of the tombstone. It is kind of tombstone. The bottom is longer. The tail, or the wick, whatever you want to call it, is a little longer on the bottom. Yeah, that's a gravestone. Yeah, we might not get this one. That is a gravestone. Doge. Yeah. Yep, it's a gravestone doji. Or tombstone, whatever they said it was called. Let me see. Oh. But, we did 5 minutes, so we have a little safety blanket. We did follow the parameters, right? This was up, I was down. So whenever the bear line is above the 0 right here, this just means selling pressure is in the market. When it's going up like that, and this is going down, selling pressure is in the market. Look at it, there it is again. There it is again. That's what you want to see. You want to see them opposite, right? But you want this, if you're doing a sell, you want the sell pressure to be up, right? And this is coming down again. So I'm glad we did 5 minutes. I have had my food right here, and I haven't even took a freaking bite. Yeah. We got 1 minute, 23 seconds left. There's still hope. Look at that. We're still doing the same thing. There's still hope. But, not really. We did have so we had the Gravestone Doji, right? Unless it takes it out right now, we did have a higher low, right? So we had this low here. That's what the fractal represents. And this is a higher low. And the only way that this won't be a higher low is if this candle right now comes and takes it out. Because like I said, only about 2-3 candles until it's solidified as a high or solidified as a low, right? Low, 1, 2, 3, all right? And then you go there. All right, so we got a double top. Now that is a double top. That's a good time, but we only got 24 seconds left, so we would need a drop right now, like a drop. Remember, it might not even be a top, right? This might just come and take that out. It will no longer be a top. We lost our first $8 trade. Okay. That's fine. It's okay. We're just gonna find a new chart. All right. So, and that's why I said, like, even when you follow the strategy, even when you follow the trading plan, doesn't mean you will hit every one, right? We didn't at first. We didn't, and we missed the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? We went against the trading plan. We doing 1-minute trades, right? Stupid, right? Just dumb. Dumb. I was jumping in on dumb, right? But then what do? We relaxed. We looked up at our trading plan that we should have written right on our wall somewhere or right on our desk, wherever you're trading at, right? Take a step back because it works when you stick to it, right? And then what happened? We hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in a row, right? We still followed the trading plan on this one. We just missed, right? We just missed. That's it. Maybe our entry was not, right? And it was just right there too, right? It's not we missed it by a long shot. Oh, we just, and it was also an uptrend. I'll do uptrends, right? So out of when following the trading plan, when following the strategy, you only missed 2 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? Out of 11, we missed 2, so we're 9 for 2, right? Like that's an amazing ratio, right? And just imagine all the trades were $20 or $100 trades if you got the money to do that, right? Well, now you already at $1,000. You already made your 1,000. You're done for the night. Good night. See you tomorrow. You know? All right. We're going to find a new chart. So USD ARS. Let's see what that's looking like. See, why does it keep doing that? It's like, this computer is time. It's time to go. I'm going to get a new computer. Virtual. Let me check on Bitcoin real quick. See how we're doing in our position over there. Not in our position, in our weak zone. Looks like we're getting some consolidation, but is that a bull flag? Let me see something. Let me go to the 5 minute. I think that's a bull flag. You guys will learn what a bull flag is when you read the candlestick patterns. It's looking bull flaggy to me. Oh, that is looking bull flaggy to me. Okay. And you'll learn how to draw that too. So what is the bull flag, right? Well, here's the pole, right? You had a nice big jump up. Here's the pole. And where's the flag, right? Well, you can see the flag, right? Well, if we draw a trend line, which if you read the Discord, you'll learn how to do that. I'm gonna find the wiki here. Right here, I'll put it right here, and I'm gonna use the magnet tool so it sticks right on it. Wow. Let's draw a trend line, and to draw the trend line, you want it here, see a wick here. Boom. Just have the wick touch it right there. And then we're gonna extend it. Yeah, this is the bull flag, buddy. Boom. And then Let's get another trend line. And sticky here. Bong, bong, bong. Or is that a falling wedge? Don't get those. Nah, this is more of. Nah, that's a flag, buddy. So here's what's gonna happen, right? You yard these two trend lines real quick. Kind of give you sell, right? And I think you got it here. I'm just trying to get that. That's all right. No, I didn't. Sorry. I don't really use trend lines to be honest, so let me just know that. Sorry. You know, the flags were never really my thing, but it's looking flaggier here. Let me see. Is it? Oh. And I'm drawing this on a 5-minute chart, which you generally, when you're doing this, you want to draw it on a bigger chart, time chart. I'm just checking something. Flaggy, bull flaggy. Okay. So what's gonna happen here, right? So you can see, right, price is in between this right here. Bull flag. I could be wrong about the bull flag, but I'm pretty sure this is a bull flag. Boom. What does that mean? Bull's gonna come in and boom, push this up. So, and I'll leave this here to see if I'm correct here. I just don't quote me on it yet. And if those of you that do know, you'll know if I'm right or not. And I probably drew this trend line wrong. The trend line was not my strong suit. Like, and there's gonna be some areas in trading that you're stronger than others, right? Where you're gonna know, like a head and shoulders pattern. Like, I know so many traders that like they can spot a head and shoulder. I still can't spot a head and shoulders pattern, right? Like, but that's not how I trade, right? It is different. That's a strategy, right? Some people only trade head and shoulders patterns. Like, if you know Alex G, the guy who got his Bugatti, who fixed his Bugatti, and Bugatti didn't want to fix it for him. Well, his favorite pattern is the head and shoulder pattern. He said he only trades head and shoulder patterns, okay? So like, just because you see me sitting here like bull flags, it's like this is that's not my forte. Not to say that you don't need to know it. At least I know about it. I know what to look for, and I do know what I do here is gonna help me, right? Because what's gonna happen? I know if price breaks below this right here, it's gonna go down. Okay. But what's gonna happen generally, what a bull flag does? Okay, I do know what it does. Does this, right, Bong? It's gonna come right into here. Ding, 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 ding. And what's gonna happen? It's gonna squeeze up, squeeze, and then boom, bull flag. Okay? And the same with a bear flag. Generally, a bear flag is the opposite. Yeah, that's a bull flag. That's a bull flag. Here's the bear flag right here. That's a bull flag. We're gonna get this one. Hopefully, I'm not sleeping, but so here's another thing too. You can set, it's called a buy limit or a sell limit. So like, it'll jump once you set it. It'll jump in the trade for you if you're not there, right? And you'll learn about that too. Okay, but yeah, that's ask me a bull flag. If you ask me, this is a bear flag. So here's your pole coming down. Why is it called a bear flag? Well, because it went down, right? Downtrend. It was a sharp shoot down. All right, okay. Well, there's your pole. All right. Now, where's your flag? Oh, if you would draw that same trend line right here, and then you would. Let me see. I don't want to put too much on this. Let's see. Let's do. What's up, Rose? You want a little snacky snack, Rosie? You want a snacky snack? Boom. So I don't have it zoomed in. I'm not even trying to do this, but boom. So you have the trend line here, right? Here's the pole and bear flag, and what happened, right? Squeezes. It'll squeeze in between the trend lines that you draw there until bong at the tippity top. Boom. Okay. And I'm gonna leave this line here. So if I'm correct, I'll post it online on Instagram for those of you that were on the live, and you will see that Ty was correct. Because to be honest, I feel like it's 50-50 if I even. This is not a rising wedge. Is that a rising wedge? Yeah, like I said, that's not my forte. I don't like that strategy because it's just, yeah, but it's good to know. So, not necessarily strategy. It's just a good that if you're doing traditional forex, you should know what a bull flag is and a bear flag is. But for me, I don't care about that because I barely do like crazy longs. Like I scalp, so like I'm taking money here, fine, then I'm riding this down here. That's me. That's what I do in traditional forex. So I'm now trying because I'm more disciplined now to do like longing, where I'm like longing and shorting and staying in. Which you seen that I did. Well, no, the other day I was scalping Bitcoin. You seen I did that. I jumped out of those. Like those were just scalps. I like to scalp. Like it's like you see, I do HF. Oh, I should have left it there. I do a HFX, so I'm so used to just making the money quick. Oh, I'm an idiot. Wait, that does not go down there. Now I'm remembering. Hold on, that does not go down there. It goes. Forget about that. Yeah, we're not even gonna worry about that. If you want to learn, it's in there. Everything's in the Discord. Let's go back to what we're doing. We're gonna make some money. We got $8 back. They just stole $8 from us and tricked us. All right. What did I do last time? Did I just refresh it and it work? I'm gonna refresh it. Glitching out again. You know what I noticed too? I suck when I put anything that I've ever done. Like when I used to gamble, if I gambled, like when I used to play steel a lot, everybody would beat me if we were playing for $1. Like, I had so many friends that just when they want to play for $1, $5. I'm like, bro, let's play for 20. Let's play for 100, and I would always win. And it's just so much harder when you're trying to build up from like $20 or 50. Right? You really got to be super disciplined. You gotta have patience. Like you can get the win that you want, but like that took me till I think like 4 in the morning. I had that 1760. Yeah, I stayed up at $50. I put $50 in the morning, and it took me all day, like hours while I'm at work to when I got home, and then I didn't go to bed till 4 off of $50. Like if you want to do something like that, so like just study and learn, and then you'll be able to do the big bucks. You know, $50 trades will have you nice. Even 20. $50 trades that have you real nice. 92%. Yeah, I gotta close this. It's bugging out again. How did I? Oh yeah, brain fart. It's probably time to go to bed. Yeah, this thing is glitching out, man. Yeah, I think it's time to go to bed. I think that's the time. I wasn't really trying to make money tonight. I wanted to just get on here and go live, show you guys. I was really more excited about this. This is what I wanted to go live for. I thought we were gonna see this tonight, but and because I did promise at least 2 lives a week, so. But you know, I said forward, so we'll stay there forward, whatever. 28 minutes. If this damn thing will give me a chart, that must be a sign. Interesting. I think it's my computer, to be honest. All right, we are going there. We just did it, though. Let me type it in. Let me see. I just finally ate my dinner. That is actually hilarious. Seriously. Talking. All right. All right. Bro, what is going on? Let me take these on. Is it this? You gotta be kidding me right now. All right, one more time. If it doesn't work, we're wrapping it up. We're wrapping it up because, like I said, it must be a sign. And it's 3:33. I literally do have to go to work tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a big day for me. I need to make sure I hit 40. I am. How much do I have right now for the week? 21, 22. I have 22, so I need to do 18 sales tomorrow. So I should get some rest. And I'm going to the gym in 3 hours. Yeah. All right. This is gonna be the last trade. And you know what? Against my better judgment, I'm gonna do the full 18. I'm just gonna do the whole 18 because it's gonna be my last trade. Bro, what is going on? Nah, yeah, I'm done. Okay, guys, that's a wrap for today. So you seen, when you stick to the trading plan, when you stick to the strategy that I showed you, okay? And there will be other strategies, right? We also went over some other things. When you see certain things, which, excuse me, that was so rude. When you see certain things, like when you know moving averages, when you know what the moving average does, when you know Bollinger Bands, what you know what the Bollinger Band does, when you know super trend, when you know what the super trend symbolizes, when you know a parabolic SAR, when you know what a parabolic SAR does, all those things come together. And that's why I said this is a skill set. It is not the casino, right? This is not just, oh, I want to get lucky, okay? If you treat it like that, man, I promise you, you will have those times where you're smacking yourself in the head. And I was doing that the other day. I was so mad at myself, so mad at myself. You get so excited. Don't be that guy, okay? Or that girl. Yeah, because I gave it to you all free, and the Discord will help you. And so on Sunday, what I'm gonna do after I get home from church, I'm definitely gonna get those videos in there for you. Tomorrow I need to focus on straight work. I gotta work. I need to hit 42. I mean, I need to hit 40. Like I said, I have 22 right now or something. So that's a wrap, guys. When reality hits, is here to stay. Yeah. I was gonna make a new YouTube channel, but I'm just gonna leave this one. I guess we'll just do it on this one for now. If I do that, I'll put the links in the description for you. In the excuse me, see, I'm tired. I thought I was doing a YouTube video for my YouTube channel. Link in the description. I want to put the link in the Discord. All right. But it is bedtime. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for logging on. You guys can always go back and rewatch this if you want to learn the strategy. And then you can always go into Discord. All right. That strategy is not in the Discord. Right? That is, to be honest, I got that strategy off of YouTube. So, and actually, I'll find that. I'll put that video in there. I should do that. Duh. Yeah, I got that strategy off of YouTube. You can find different for pocket options, right? Like people put their strategies for pocket options up there on what they use. And once I started using that one, I got a lot better. Yeah, so have a good night. Appreciate you guys. God bless.